So who's intro on this thing?
I'm
Are you gonna fuck it up again?
I feel like I've done it the past like 4 times.
You did it once before and you fucked it up.
But what was the time before that? I feel like I did it that time too.
No, you didn't.
I mess it up, so why do I need to?
Welcome back to another episode of the Real Duo Podcast, the most mediocre podcast on the internet. I'm one of your hosts, Wade.
I'm another host, Devin.
What have you been watching this week, Devin?
Absolutely nothing.
You haven't watched anything?
Nope.
Nothing at all?
Nope. I've been doing schoolwork.
Son of a bitch.
It's getting to be
You
finals
haven't watched
week.
anything like in the background like you usually do?
I've had YouTube, so I've been...
You didn't put on like Agent Cody Banks 2 and...
No. I don't think... I mean, Did we watch Night at the Museum before the last podcast? Or...
We did, yeah.
No, I don't think I watched it.
Son of a bitch.
So... Nope, I haven't... Absolutely nothing.
Son of a bitch.
I was gonna watch Harry Potter, but I didn't.
We watched it this weekend.
I got stuff to do. I got finals weeks after this week. I'm done. School's done officially forever for me.
School sucks.
So
That's why I didn't go.
yeah, and you went.
For like a year.
Yeah, you still
That was
went.
it.
You can still say you went.
And that sucked too, so...
Yeah, you passed, right?
Barely. Barely.
What have you been watching?
I've been watching quite a few things. I watched a couple of new movies, but as usual, knowing me, I watched a couple of old movies as well. I watched...
and what he means is stuff nobody's ever heard of.
People have heard of these movies, all right? These are classics.
Most of the movies you talk about, nobody's ever
These
heard
are
of.
fucking classics. I watched Cool Hand Luke, the classic Paul Newman movie. It's an awesome movie. It's a great fucking movie.
I mean, I've never seen it, but Paul Newman looks like a badass.
Paul Newman is a badass in this.
I mean, what is he not badass?
He's so fucking cool. Paul Newman is one of those people that like I would love to time travel and just hang out with him. Just go back. He was like the Brad Pitt of his time.
Oh yeah.
He was awesome.
Oh yeah.
He was a pimp. It was an awesome movie. Great score, great directing, great acting from Paul Newman. It actually doesn't like it's not exactly what you, like how you think it would end up. It's actually kind of the ending's kind of fucked up, but it's a nice little movie about prison.
About prison.
Yeah, he gets arrested and he's like, oh, I'm not gonna fucking stay here, and he like runs away, and then they find
This
him.
is like Shawshank.
Sort of, kind of, except there's no rapes, and there's no Morgan Freeman, and there's no Tim Robbins.
So it sucks.
So no, it's just not Shawshank. It's actually really good. There's a scene where he eats like 50 eggs.
Ew.
In like I think it's like an hour.
Like real eggs? Like did he actually
Like
eat
boiled eggs? Yeah, he ate a couple. I don't think he ate all 50 of the eggs, but he ate a couple of them.
It's not true acting if he didn't actually do it.
Dude, you try to eat 50 eggs in an hour.
Exactly.
You'll be dead.
Exactly.
Paul Newman didn't want to die.
Probably
right?
like 3.
He had to live so he could make his fucking pasta sauce or whatever.
The Newman?
The Newman's Own,
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck it's called, which is actually not bad.
I never
good.
had it.
It's
I
pretty
always
okay.
buy generic brand pasta sauce.
Cocksucker.
I don't care. They all taste the same to me.
I mean, they do. It's
So,
fucking tomatoes
And
squished up.
it's the cheapest.
Tomato sauce is pretty much just tomato pudding.
I mean, yeah, when you put it like that, that sounds gross.
Tomato pudding.
I got pudding and there's tomato flavor.
You want some tomato pudding? It's like, no, that's not disgusting.
That's what a homeless guy asks you.
Tomato
Trying to
pudding.
sell you something.
It's
You
like
want some
tomato juice? I like tomato juice.
It's like, no, I think that's pudding that you put blood in. And
I
you're
think
just,
that's...
And you're just saying...
I think you just shit, and then you
Ugh.
put some blood in it, and you mix it up, and it's all chunky
No,
and weird.
his shit had blood in it.
Ew.
He's homeless. He can't afford healthcare.
Why does he have bloody stool?
I don't know.
That's disgusting.
He ate nails. I don't fucking know.
That's his own goddamn fault. Why are you telling me about your bloody
He's
shit?
hungry. He wants you to buy him some salad.
How that's not gonna make your stomach any fuller. You just ate nails. You're gonna be bleeding everywhere.
It's fine. He pooped them out. It's just they tore some stuff up as they came
tore
out.
a lot of stuff, I imagine. But anyway, I watched this. It was really good. If you haven't seen it, check it out because it's not that long. It's like 2 hours. It's not super long.
I mean, it's a movie.
It's a film. I also watched Overlord. Overlord's an awesome movie.
I've never seen that, but that poster reminds me of Edge of Tomorrow for some reason. It just has that vibe to me. Or whatever it's called. I don't know what that movie's called anymore.
Why does this remind you of it?
I don't know. That's just the vibe of the poster.
This is a fun ass movie and it's really good.
Is it Zombieland? Is that what that's what also it reminds me of?
It's not Zombieland. Damn it. It's I don't know if I want to tell you do you know what this is about?
No, I have no idea.
I don't know what I want to tell you what it's about if you're gonna watch it. Are you gonna watch
I've
this?
never heard of it. I don't know. Maybe one day when I'm really bored, and I just find it.
Because I think it's kind of It reminds me a lot of movies like From Dusk Till Dawn or like Predator, where it's like the movie starts off one way, and then there's just this fucking like huge bomb drop, and it becomes something completely different. It's so good. If you haven't seen Overlord, watch it. I think this was originally supposed to be a Cloverfield movie, and then because I remember when Cloverfield Paradox came out when I did my video on that.
Wait, how old is this movie?
It's a couple years old.
I thought this movie came out in like
18?
early
2018.
2018 or something.
No, 2018.
Oh, so it's newer.
But there were reports like after Cloverfield Paradox that there was another movie coming out the same year that was set in World War II or like World War One or whatever, and this kind of came out around the same time. And I think after the backlash of Cloverfield Paradox, they were like, maybe we can leave this alone. Let's
nobody liked that movie.
Yeah, let's not call this Cloverfield. So it's honestly better off for it. Wyatt Russell's in this. Kurt Russell's son is in it. He's fucking really good in it.
Hey.
I don't know who the lead actor is. The black guy. I don't know him. I haven't seen him in anything. He hasn't really done a lot, but he's really good in it.
Oh, it's not Black Manta?
No.
Or Black Man?
Black Manta was in the Watchmen show. He was Dr. Manhattan in the Watchmen show.
Oh, that's cool.
And he was honestly better in that than he was in Aquaman.
Oh yeah, he didn't do anything in Aquaman.
No, he was
up.
just black in Aquaman.
He
And he was
blew
like, you killed my dad, who happens to look like Steve Harvey, and I'm gonna fucking murder you, Aquaman. And then he shows up, and then Aquaman punches him a couple times.
I don't think Aquaman remembers him at all.
He doesn't.
Like, he's just
He'll show up in the sequence and be like, "Who are you?
Who are you?
Did we fight? I don't remember you. You look dumb."
I don't remember you.
I don't remember that. I remember fucking Willem Dafoe.
I remember. He just says, "I remember Willem Dafoe."
I remember Willem Dafoe.
He just says that in the movie.
I remember Patrick Wilson. I don't remember you. Though.
I remember riding a giant crab.
I remember Steve Harvey.
I remember Steve Harvey
because I fucking murdered him.
I murdered him on that submarine.
Yeah, I like stabbed him or whatever. Yeah. That's the best scene in the movie, but it's like 2 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
So fuck that movie.
I haven't seen that movie since theaters.
Don't fuck Overlord because Overlord's really good. You should check it out.
Overlord?
Overlord.
Oh, I thought it was Overload.
Overload.
I don't know why.
I don't understand why this is really called Overlord anyway.
I don't understand titles.
I don't know.
They just name things.
When you make a movie, you can just call it whatever.
That's true. You can call it Wilson.
Yeah. Get a World War II movie called Wilson.
Wilson.
Get Tom Hanks to come back.
Wilson.
Wilson.
Come back, Wilson.
Castaway's so good.
It's one of the best Tom Hanks
Fuck
movies.
Forrest Gump though.
But that's where I have to disagree.
No, fuck Forrest Gump. That's not a great movie.
I don't know which is better, Castaway or Forrest Gump.
Castaway is better.
In terms of my ranking.
Your ranking's wrong. Castaway's better.
No, my ranking is the best ranking.
You like Forrest Gump, so fuck you.
Forrest Gump is probably one of my favorite movies ever. So.
Okay.
It's a good movie. It's a good ass movie.
It's fine.
It's a good ass movie.
It's fine.
Tom Hanks meets John F. Kennedy.
Okay, it wasn't actually John F. Kennedy because John F. Kennedy's brains were out of his fucking head at that point.
I mean, it was actually John F. Kennedy, but they didn't actually meet.
But it wasn't. He didn't meet John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy was fucking dead.
Yes, you're right. Yes.
Speaking of fucking dead, I watched Braveheart.
Oh.
Braveheart is fucking awesome still.
It's one of those movies that I want to watch but I haven't seen.
You've never.
I'm over here watching Santa Claus 3 instead.
You're over here watching. Oh, I'm gonna watch The Grinch. I'm gonna watch fucking Agent Cody Banks. But you've never seen Braveheart.
No.
Braveheart's so fucking good. It's so great. It's like 3 hours of awesomeness. Mel Gibson's
I know it.
fucking great in it.
I know it's great, but it's one of those movies on my list that I haven't seen that I need to.
He stars and directs it. It's gorgeous. It's got great cinematography. The music's great in it. His accent is probably a little iffy.
Doesn't a horse die in Braveheart?
I mean, a lot of things die in Braveheart.
I for some reason remember a horse getting shot by a cannon or something.
Not to my knowledge. Probably at some point.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different movie.
There were Apocalypse Now. They like killed a real buffalo. You might be thinking of that.
A buffalo?
Yeah.
Nah, I think I remember.
They like
if it was a
they like cut its fucking head off.
Yeah. They actually did?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, it was happening because when they were shooting, they were on an island where they were sacrificing a buffalo. They were just like, "Can we just film it?" They didn't go like, "Hey, bring in a buffalo and we'll just fucking cut its neck."
Damn. All right.
But yeah, Apocalypse. You need to watch Apocalypse Now too because that movie's fucking nuts.
It's one of those movies on my list.
But Braveheart's so good. I think it's one of those classics that people don't really talk about enough anymore. It's so fucking good.
That doesn't mean that means it's not a classic. People
it's still when you mention Braveheart, people know what the fuck you're talking about, and they can quote it, and they can it's so fucking good. Mel Gibson, he might be a horrible racist, but he's fucking really good.
Yeah, people kind of like moved away from that. I feel like
they still bring it up.
Do
they still Mel Gibson could literally come out and support Black Lives Matter and be like, I'm sorry, like I fucked up. Black people are awesome, and people will still be like, yeah, but you call people like niggers or whatever. So like,
He would never do that though.
I mean, he apologized.
He apologized. That doesn't mean that he's like I'm
Well, yeah,
for the
he wants
movement.
he wants to work again in Hollywood, so he's gonna apologize. But he probably still hates black people, which is fine. He has every right to do that.
It's a free country, man.
It's a free country. He can be a racist all he wants. Keep making your good movies, and I won't care, because this is awesome. Speaking of Mel Gibson and good movies,
See, this is an actual good segue.
fucking A. I watched Fat Man.
Is it good?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was really, really, really good.
Really, 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 really
Yeah,
good.
it's not like amazing. It's not like, oh my god, this is life changing. I've never seen a movie like this before ever. But I love the sort of, it's an R-rated Santa Claus
It's
movie,
Krampus.
which is it's not a Krampus. I'd say Krampus is a little better, but
Ooh.
Krampus is awesome. If you haven't seen Krampus, it's really fucking good.
Nobody's heard of Krampus.
But this and it's not. If you've seen any of the trailers, I think the trailers for Fat Man are a little misleading. This isn't an action movie. This isn't like John
Does he
Wick
kill
or Santa
anyone?
Claus.
Does anyone die?
But yes, he doesn't kill anyone technically.
Damn it.
Because it's not an action movie. It's honestly more of a drama, to be completely honest. And they do like a kind of a realistic take on Santa Claus, where it's like one of the
depression.
well, he is kind of like a grumpy, like angry drunk towards the beginning, but like at one point he comes home, and the government is like waiting there for him, and they hand him his like check, and he's like, "What the fuck? This is only like half." And they're like, "Well, like kids are shittier now, and you're handing out more coal than you are presents, so we have to give you half the money." And then they have to contract him to like build weapons for the military or whatever, and use his factory, in order for him to like make ends meet. Meanwhile, he gives a kid coal for Christmas, and the kid puts out a hit on Santa Claus
Puts a hit on Santa.
to have him fucking assassinated. And Walton Goggins, the whole movie's like, "Where's Santa Claus? I'm gonna go find Santa Claus and fuck him up." And
Sounds amazing.
it's really good, and I love the fact that everything is played completely straight. It's not like a Sharknado type movie where it's like, "Oh, we're in on the joke and we're winking at the audience," or whatever. It's played as if it was like a dark, serious drama. And I thought that was like the funniest part of the whole movie was
That's
that
great.
like they take all of this seriously. Mel Gibson is married to a black woman, which I thought that was like they clearly did that as a joke,
Yeah.
which was hilarious. But they had great chemistry on screen together, and I
Mel
like
Gibson.
this.
He's a good actor.
He's a great actor. He's so good. And there's one scene where I was like, "Oh my god, is Santa Claus fucking terrifying?" He gets it. He finds that fucking kid at the end, and he shows up at his house, and he's just like, "You listen to me, you little fucking shit. You ever be bad again, I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna rip your fucking legs off." Like he's in his face doing like that old grumpy like I'm gonna fuck you up, kid. And I'm like, shit, okay. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's really good.
Yeah, that sounds like a movie you would love.
It's so fucking great.
Sounds good.
It's really good. There is a really cool shootout towards the end with Santa Claus and Walton Goggins. Again, it's only like a 2-minute long like thing. It's not an action movie. There is some really nice humor in it that doesn't like bog down the whole movie. But like Walton Goggins, he's this like stone-faced like psychopath. But every now and then he'll just look over and like because at one point he's driving to the North Pole, and at one point he just looks over. And he's got like his pet hamster just like next to him. And he's just constantly just like looking at him.
He's
like
driving to the North Pole. How does that work?
because the North Pole in here isn't like it's a place like you just go to it.
Oh,
It's not like a magic
actually
thing. It's
at
just
the North Pole.
no. It's just like Santa Claus lives in like Canada somewhere on like a house. Like it's a realistic Santa.
He could still live in the North Pole.
I mean, it's called the North Pole. They call it that, but it's sort of and I think the world is kind of interesting because they do mix kind of the magic stuff in with like a real world thing. They do it kind of really well done, I think. But it was fun.
Sounds interesting.
It was really fun.
Sounds like a movie I would watch. So
If we watched this together, we would have a fucking ball watching this fucking movie. This movie is awesome. I love this movie. It's not like an Oscar winner. It's not like Best Picture.
oh, it's gonna maybe this year because there's nothing
Well,
else.
because there's nothing.
Nothing
Fat
else
Man,
coming out.
Fat Man nominated for Best Picture, but it was really good. I enjoyed it. Speaking of Best Picture, though, I saw another new movie.
High culture.
You and your goddamn culture, fucking Christ! I watched David Fincher's Mank on Netflix. Mank.
I feel like I've heard of this. Did you talk about this before?
I've told you about this before. It's about Herman Mankiewicz, the writer
okay.
of Citizen Kane.
Yeah, I remember you talking about this.
Yeah, and it was fucking great.
It was good.
It was really good.
I don't think I would want to watch it.
That's completely understandable. It's one of those movies for like film nerds like me who like because they kind of just throw you into the world. They don't really like explain who any of these people are that he like interacts with. So you'd be very lost. You'd be like, who is this? Was this a person? Like what? How is they important to the story? Like what? But if you know some of these people and if you've seen like there's an actress at one point who shows up in it who was in like actual movies, and if you've seen those movies, you're kind of like, okay, I kind of I know what's going on here. The dude who plays Orson Welles. He doesn't quite look like Orson Welles, but he gets his fucking voice down like a motherfucker.
Nice. There's
a scene where he's talking to Mank on the phone. I'm like, that's just Orson Welles.
But he doesn't look like him?
He looks like a little bit like him. He doesn't... They didn't... I don't think David Fincher was really concerned about, like, oh, he's got to look dead on like him. But he looks enough like him that you can be like...
He's got the stash?
He's got a beard.
Orson Welles has a beard?
Yeah, he's had a beard.
I remember him with a stash or something.
Well, I mean, since Kane, he had a mustache.
Okay, that's what I think.
But in real life, he's had multiple facial hairs because he's a person.
No, no, he's got to be Steve Harvey and only have the stash.
No. And Gary Oldman, fuck, give this man just every award every year.
Dude, Gary Oldman, I expect nothing but
Gary Oldman's
the best.
So fucking good. He's so awesome, man.
Gary Oldman.
He's a little too old in this movie to be playing.
His name is Gary Oldman.
I get it. To be playing Herman Mankiewicz, especially at this time, he wasn't. I think Herman Mankiewicz was like 40, and Gary Oldman's like 65. And you kind of see it a little bit where you're like, oh, you're like a fucking old man.
You're old.
But I don't care because it's Gary Oldman, and he gives amazing performances and everything. And I think the directing was great in it. David Fincher's a fucking lunatic who's like very OCD about his shots and his filmmaking and everything. So everything was like pristine and perfect. And he honestly kind of, it felt like a movie made by Orson Welles, which was kind of fun. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was really well done. And they had like little, like every now and then in the corner you would see like little cigarette burns and the little thing.
Oh, nice.
Which is just like it doesn't matter to the story, but it's an
old timey thing.
Yeah, it's a nice little just thing for people who know about that stuff. And there's like film grain, and I think the audio. I think they filmed with like older audio equipment because the audio kind of sounded.
They
like
may have
from an older movie
edited it to sound like.
Maybe I don't know because every now and then it would like cut to black and I would hear the little like in the thing and I was like that's fun. He actually gave a shit and like tried to replicate the feel of the movie.
I don't know if they actually would let them use older audio equipment. I mean, they would.
I mean, Robert Eggers did that for The Lighthouse. He filmed with a bunch of older stuff. So I mean, why not give David Fincher?
That's The Lighthouse.
Okay, let's not give the guy who did fucking Fight Club and some of the most iconic movies ever. I mean, this stuff, but let's give Robert Eggers, who did one movie before that, let's give him all that shit.
It's a weird movie about.
It is. Lighthouse is great though.
Trying to kill each other.
Yeah, and it's kind of a gay movie, but whatever. But yeah, Mank is great, and it's probably one of my favorite movies I've seen this year.
I probably won't watch it.
You don't need to, honestly.
I know.
You could honestly probably, if you wanted to, you could probably just look up, like Wikipedia, Herman Mankiewicz, and
like a nerd.
Yeah, you'll probably get the same experience. But just from a filmmaking perspective, I enjoyed it, and I thought the performances in it were great, and I loved it. I like black and white movies because I'm a nerd.
You are.
I am.
I just watch stuff to watch stuff. That's what I do.
You son of a bitch.
That's what I do.
Now let's get into everyone's favorite segment. Say it.
The Mandalore review.
Hell yeah! I thought you were gonna like.
I messed it up last week, but I didn't.
I thought for some reason the look you just gave me, I was like, do you remember what we do every fucking week? Like Jesus. The Mandalore review.
Do we only have one episode, or
we have two episodes because we didn't talk about the last one.
I could remember.
We have episode 6 and episode 7.
What happened last episode?
Boba Fett.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I've slept since then.
It's not an excuse.
It is.
You're the Star Wars guy, Devin. You're supposed to be
lots of stuff going on
about Star Wars.
What do you want to talk about? First of all,
talk about whatever you want to talk about.
For episode 6, they went to the Temple Place, which is not the same place as I thought it was in Rebels. I was wrong. I didn't know which.
Are there more Jedi temples?
I mean, there's Jedi temples everywhere.
Why was this one just like a mountain with like a ball on it?
It had the knowing stone. Is that what he called it? The knowing rock.
I don't know this nerd shit.
I think it's the Knowing Stone in the middle, and then
Knowing Stone,
or the Seeking Stone, whatever the fuck it was. I don't know.
Fucking...
There's some stone in the middle of the temple.
It's a big ball.
Yeah, it's a big ball stone.
It's called the Big Ball Stone.
The Big Ball Stone in the middle of the temple that allows, I guess, Jedi to enhance their powers to seek out other Jedi. I don't know
what it did. They didn't say shit.
Nah.
He got on the little thing. He did his little fucking Gandhi thing, and then the big blue light came up.
He did his Gandhi thing.
Yeah, and then the light came up, and he was like, "I'm Gandhi. I can't speak to anybody right now."
They pulled an Avengers, and he shot a big light in the sky.
He did.
And it was impenetrable. Mandalorian could not.
Mandalorian is a real dumb fuck.
He tried it.
Because he does it four times. He does it once, and he's like, "Oh, I can't make it through." And then he comes back, and he's like, "I'm gonna try it again." He doesn't make it through, and then he tries it immediately after that. Like, he fucking gets pushed back, and then he gets up. He's like, "I'll just try it again."
That one knocked him out too, because at one point it knocked him out.
Like I like the fact that you're like a dumb idiot, but like cool it with the dumbness, all right? Because this is obnoxious.
Cool it with the dumbness.
This is obnoxious, all right.
And then as he's sitting there waiting for Grogu. I said it right this time. Grogu to get done with his Gandhi. We get a ship.
See, Slave One just off in the distance.
Yeah, come in and land, and we're like, "Aw, shit,
fucking Boba Fett."
It's Boba Fett, and I don't know the actor's name.
Tamara Morrison.
Tamara Morrison.
Yeah,
but he's back.
He's back,
and he's pissed that he didn't have his armor.
He didn't seem all that angry. He was just like, "Hey, I want my armor back."
He's a little angry.
He's like, "Give it."
He's like, give it to me.
It's mine.
And they officially made it canon that he is a Mandalorian. Like, he's an actual Mandalorian, I guess.
Did they?
Because they said his dad was a Mandalorian, so he, like, inherently was...
My clone father was a Mandalorian. That doesn't make me a
Mandalorian. His dad wasn't a clone. His dad is the normal guy.
I'm a clone of my father.
Yeah.
So I'm technically not a Mandalorian, because I wasn't born on Mandalore.
Since he's his kid...
He's a clone. He's him.
He's him. I know you were upset that Boba Fett was a badass, and you kind of wanted him to be a doofy.
I didn't want him to be. I didn't want him to be a dumbass. But I think he literally just shows up and just fucking wrecks everything, and I'm like, this is exactly what I expected from Disney.
It's a stormtroopers. It's normal stormtroopers.
I don't care.
In the defense of,
I don't. The Mandalorian when he's doing his thing, and this is why I like the Mandalorian a little bit more than Boba Fett. We see him in this episode. All he's doing, he has a pistol, and he just goes, pew, 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 pew. And I'm sure it gets the job done. Fucking Boba Fett's over here doing all this extra shit.
He got a stick.
He got this big-ass stick fucking beating on these goddamn stormtroopers.
And he's, like, wrecking them.
Just ripping all their pieces of fucking...
Like, smashed helmets.
Things on. He's got knee rockets. He's got, like, all these little things and whatever. I'm like, this is excessive. Just shoot him.
Just shoot him.
Mandalorian's just like, ba-boo, ba-boo. He's not, like, flipping and doing, like, karate moves and shit.
And we also got the return of a fan favorite. I don't know her name.
Oh, Ming-Na Wen,
yeah.
The actress. I don't know the character's fucking name. She wasn't good or important.
She's the sniper lady.
Apparently she's like a robot now.
I don't know. Cyborg, robot.
I don't know. There's one scene she opens up her stomach and she's like, I got robot parts. And that's it. They don't explain
nobody's
it.
Nobody's like, what do you, what?
Yeah, it was really stupid.
Everybody's like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, it is Star Wars. People have robot parts all the time.
Sure. But, I don't know, you died.
Yeah, you're dead. And you came back to life. You're the Emperor.
Who gives a shit? I actually wasn't like super crazy about this episode.
I mean, it was alright.
To be honest, like there were people out there like fucking losing their minds as if they just saw Jesus again.
I mean, people were cool because thought it was cool because they got Boba Fett again.
Okay, cool. That's great.
I think coming off the episode before it was a little lackluster.
I think compared to the Ahsoka episode is the best episode of the whole fucking show. I think
it is. It's great.
And this episode showed me all of the problems that I have with this show. With the Boba Fett episode, because there's no story in this episode. It's literally, we show up on this thing, Baby Yoda does a thing, Boba Fett shows up, kills a couple stormtroopers. Oh, the Empire's got Baby Yoda now. Oh fuck! And then the episode ended. I was like, there's no conflict with Boba Fett and the Mandalorian when they first meet. There's like a small little one where he's just like, oh, I want the armor. No.
And
then that's it. And the stormtroopers show up, and then they got to work together to fight. It would have been fucking really cool if he was like, fuck you, and then Boba Fett and Mando had to fight a little bit, and then the stormtroopers come down, and then they're like, you know what? I'll make you a deal. We're gonna make sure that baby's fucking protected. We're gonna help you fight, all these guys, or whatever. And then they become buddies or whatever. They become buddies way too fucking quick, simply because I guess they're Mandalorians. It's like a black thing where she's like, my nigga, and then like that's it.
You're one of me.
It's like we're the same. And And then the episode was so short. It felt like it was like a 15-minute like YouTube short.
It did feel like a short episode.
It was. There was no story. There was no like. I didn't care about Boba Fett at all. I was just like, all right, you're just some badass who shows up and does badass things. Like, cool. The action was fun, but you can only get so much fun action before you're like, I need a little bit more, please. Like, you can have the best fucking action in the world, but if there's nothing there to support the action, I don't really give a shit.
AKA John Wick 3.
John Wick 3, exactly. I care about the first John Wick because they set up a good story and good characters. And then John Wick 3 is just like, let's just have them fight ninjas on motorcycles. That's fun.
Which the action's cool.
It's cool, but there's no substance. I don't
remember anything else that happened.
There's no substance. They didn't do a good enough job of, like, in episode 5, they did a great job of explaining to me who Ahsoka Tano was. And I kind of knew her a little bit from Clone Wars because I watched Clone Wars when it first came on, but I don't fucking remember those episodes. But, like, so I kind of knew her a little bit, but I don't watch Rebels and I don't watch Clone Wars, so I don't know. But in this episode, to me, I think it did a good job of telling me exactly like who she was as a person, her motives, her like what she's doing at this place, why she wants to liberate this place and whatever, without really saying a whole lot. And in this episode, there's a lot of exposition from Boba Fett where he's like, my name is Boba Fett, my father was Jango Fett, and this is my armor, and I'm from Mandalore, and like blah blah blah. And then the episode ends. And I'm like, okay, who are you as a person though? Like, are you a good guy? Do you have like your own moral compass, or do you just do shit for money? Why are you helping the Mandalorian? He's not paying you. Like what? Like it was just because
he made a promise.
You're a fucking bounty hunter. Like bounty hunters are not like good people. They're shitheads.
He made a promise,
and they're stubborn.
And he's gonna fulfill
that's dumb.
The promise.
All right,
that's what he said. That's how he said it.
All right, whatever.
The other important thing, the last important thing that happened in this episode, they blew up fucking his ship. That he spent the whole season fixing, basically.
They did.
It was fucking annihilated.
They did, which was fun.
It came out of nowhere.
It was very Mad Max.
And they even had a shot of like Mandalorian just going like,
yeah, he's fuck. Like God, really, like motherfucker.
Just spent all season.
But I think by the end of the season, Boba Fett might give him Slave 1.
You think so?
Maybe.
Is Boba Fett gonna die or is he gonna?
No, just take Slave 1. I got another one.
I got like 4.
Where's Slave 2? Is there no Slave 2? Why is it Slave 1?
What is Django's then?
Django's a Slave 1. It's the same shit.
Is it the same ship? I thought it was 2 different ships.
I mean, I don't know what fucking Star Wars canon is now because everything's blown up and it's whatever.
I mean, I don't know.
But it was, back then, it was always Slave 1. And he just, it's the same thing with his armor. It was his dad's armor. It was his dad's ship. He just kind of adopted it.
He just lives forever because he's a clone.
I guess.
Form
your own. I've said it before. Form your own fucking identity, Boba Fett. Why are you aping off your dad so much? Jesus.
And then that was it. That's about it that happened.
Yeah, there was nothing that really happened. The Dark Trooper showed
up. Grogu, he choked out some people.
He did, which was fun.
But
and this show really loves to point out how like pointless stormtroopers are.
Yeah,
they just don't do shit.
And
I'm like,
Moff Gideon doesn't even care. He's like, yeah, fucking.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
choke him out.
Why, like. The meta like the commentary of this show is bugging me a little bit where they constantly are like acknowledging that like the stormtroopers are fucking pointless because then it's like, all right, we had an entire episode where they fought nothing but stormtroopers and they just cut through them like butter, so there's no tension with anything. So if you're constantly acknowledging that these guys can you can just take them out. You can in the new episode, Gina Carano literally jumped down and just punched a couple of them and then knocked them the fuck out. Like.
That's why they brought in.
There's no tension with
the super soldiers or whatever, because these are different.
The Dark Troopers, who are robots.
Yeah, these are different.
So just use robots.
And they didn't even fight. They just took Grogu and
they just took Grogu. That was it.
They were done.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well,
all right.
We don't know what they can do.
It was a pointless episode. I did not like this episode.
I mean, the only thing they accomplished is the Empire has.
Sure, they did. They had him in the first season too. But then they had to be dumb and be like, "Oh, don't give him to Moff Gideon. Let's just sit here for a little bit."
Moff Gideon has him now, though.
He's got him in his hands.
What is he going to do? Clutches.
What is he doing with it?
He's going to turn him into chicken.
He's just chilling. Like, we have this motherfucker. Get the machines going now. We have this motherfucker. Let's drain this baby of his blood.
Turn him into chicken.
Get the machines ready.
I'll make a restaurant. Just sells Baby Yoda food.
Oh my god. Baby Yoda food.
It's gonna disgusting. Tie into Breaking Bad.
Oh my god. how's that tiny? Oh, I guess. Okay. Los Pollos Hermanos sells Grogu meat.
A little bit, and like he sprinkles it like, right on top, and that's what makes it so good.
Ew! I don't want to eat Grogu meat.
Why is this green? It's like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's not mold.
It's not mold.
It's a special recipe.
Special sauce.
Special sauce.
It's like,
It's fucking disgusting.
So and then this newest episode, what happened at the beginning? Oh, they
break out Bill Burr.
Yeah, they get Bill Burr from prison.
Yeah.
And you were pissed because they kept saying that number.
It was like 5 times in a row. And it was so fucking, it was like, subject 9587. And I was like, stop fucking, we get it. Go. Stop saying his goddamn fucking name. All right?
You literally yelled in the middle of the episode. You like, say his name one more, say his number one more time.
Goddamn time. I will jump into my TV and fight this goddamn robot. All right?
I thought it was kind of funny. Just because your reaction, I thought it was funny.
It was fucking annoying.
So yeah, they got Bill Burr, which is surprising he came back for another episode.
He's an actor. You pay him, he'll come back.
He reminds me, I don't know why, but he reminds me of that guy in Men in Black 2 that has the 2 heads. I don't know why.
Johnny Knoxville. What?
I don't know.
That's the weirdest. That is the weirdest comparison I think you've ever
Only
made
because I think in the first episode he had that little gun that came out of it.
That is true.
That came out of it. That's why like the similarities for me.
He didn't have that in this.
He didn't
in this episode
because I'm sure the prison took it. But yeah, then they're like, okay, we need to track down Moff Gideon.
Yeah,
we need you because you used to be Imperial and you can track him down. And then he's like, all right, to do it, I need to get into an Imperial compound and access their computer or whatever.
Yeah.
And then on their way, they're carrying bombs for some fucking reason.
Because they have to blend in. They can't discard the bombs because when they get to the checkpoint, then they'll be like, "What the fuck, Bill Burr? What did you do with our goddamn bombs?"
Sure.
So they gotta blend
also, right before that, there's a little tension because it's like, okay, the Mandalorian has to go, but if he goes in his Mandalorian outfit, they're gonna be like, ah.
Which was so the moment Bill Burr was like, "Oh, well, I don't know if it's either I go or you go, but people got to see your face." I was like, "They're gonna show his fucking face."
Yeah.
I was like, "All right, cool."
So he switches into a stormtrooper outfit.
Yeah.
And he wrecks some pirates, random pirates.
And that was a great fight, because for one, I love that the Mandalorian is like Daredevil, where like he just gets the shit kicked out of him, and there was literally a shot where he was like on the ground, and then more guys were coming, and he's just like. Like fuck. Like,
it reminded me.
That's what makes the Mandalorian so cool, and that's why Boba Fett's not cool anymore.
I was gonna say this reminded me. I don't know if it was inspired by it or not, but it reminded me of Last Crusade, the tank scene when like all these trucks.
It might have been a reference to that.
All these trucks were like with guys on them, kept jumping on the tank, and
it might have been a reference to that. Now that you say that it could.
That's what it reminded me.
Could be an Easter egg to that.
I don't know if it was.
I didn't think of that.
I don't know if it was intentionally supposed to be like that. But it was fun.
They had an Indiana Jones reference in the last episode when she kicked the fucking boulder down.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So this could have been one.
Maybe. I don't know. But I liked it. I thought that little fight scene was cool.
Yeah, that fight scene was awesome.
Cause I do agree with you. I like how he's just sitting there like, all right, I'm ready.
He's like, he literally gets up and he's like, come on.
You literally see him just like take a breath. He's like,
yeah. I was like, that's why he's cool, because he feels like a person who could die at any
And he's
moment.
yelling at Bill Burr like, go faster, go.
Yeah, because the fucking thing's about to explode.
Yeah, it's great. It's good.
It was a good fight.
And then I thought there was a lot of tension when they got there, and they're kind of like, okay, they're uneasy because all these people are like watching them, and then Bill Burr is like, I know that guy.
Joe Chill from Batman Begins.
Is it really? Was it him?
It looks like him.
I don't know.
That guy's got a very creepy face. I don't think there's multiple.
It
people
didn't
with that
sound
face.
like him though.
He's a little older.
Yeah.
He's also in Tremor 7.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
fantastic. Good rap.
Yeah, great. He's actually a really good actor.
Anyways,
I like that guy a lot.
So yeah, that and then he what happens? Bill Burr is like, oh yeah, I can't go in.
I can't go in there because they'll see me.
Yeah, they'll see me.
Some shit will go down.
And Mando, he's like, I'll do it. Give it to me.
Yeah.
He's like, but you got to do a face scan. And then he takes his helmet off to do the face scan. Big reveal.
It's not a big reveal because we got this. This is the problem I have with the first season, where they do so much so fucking fast in the first season. This should have been the moment in the show where it's like, oh fuck, is he actually gonna fucking holy shit? Because he did it in the first season, it doesn't matter now. It completely takes the impact out of any moment when he does that, because we know what he looks like. We've seen him take his mask off for less. For just, oh, I'm dying and a droid's gonna help me.
I'm dying for less.
No, because
He's
actually,
dying, Wade.
This actually had a purpose where it was like, we need to get Baby Yoda. I care about Baby Yoda. I'm gonna do everything I can to get Baby Yoda back. He felt it's honestly kind of a character growth thing. In the first season, it was kind of just like, all right, you took my mask off, you sprayed my face with some shit, and I'm good. You could have just fucking shoved your little robot fingers up his mask and sprayed him then. You didn't have we didn't need to have that in the first season. This should have been the moment because it was a cool moment, and it actually like the look on his face when he like took his mask off and was like and like scanned his face. He looked like holy fuck, like we have to do this now. Like I need Baby Yoda back, and that's a testament to Pedro Pascal's acting. And we do get a little bit of time without him in the mask, which was fun.
Yeah,
where he actually gets to sit down and like talk, and he seems kind of like autistic, where he doesn't understand like human interactions.
He doesn't understand facial expressions.
Yeah, he's just like
because he looks nervous and the whole time. It's like calm your face.
It's like you're not very good at improv, Mando.
So yeah, and then there's this whole scene. It's a pretty good scene, I think.
It's a really good scene
where the officer dude, Mando, and Bill Burr. I don't know his character's name.
He's got a name. He's Bill Burr.
Bill Burr are sitting there, and Bill Burr's sitting there talking to the officers like, you killed his family or something?
Yeah, he's like, remember Operation Cinder or whatever?
Yeah, he's like,
you killed a bunch of fucking
killed
people.
a bunch of people and people I knew.
Yeah.
And I could just tell by Bill Burr. He had good acting.
This is probably the best acting I've ever seen from Bill Burr.
But he was sitting there, you could just tell he was just getting like upsettled.
Which is odd for someone who doesn't give a shit or care about Star Wars.
He's going to bring his A game for stuff.
Hey.
But he's sitting there like, he's like getting worked up. He's like, oh, I hate this dude. Pulls a Han Solo, just
not as cool as Han Solo.
Not as cool.
He completely telegraphs the whole thing. Just fuck you. It would have been cool if he just like under the thing. That would have been a lot cooler.
It was really funny when that stormtrooper walks in with his lunch.
That was hilarious. The stormtrooper just looks over with his fucking lunch tray. Doesn't like go for his gun. He's just like, what happened? And then Bill Burr just fucking murders him. And I was like, let that guy eat his lunch.
I really thought they were gonna be like it's a weird cult thing where like you can just murder people and it's fine. Like
that would have been neat if it was just like. All right, whatever.
Like it's just like people die.
It's a rotation. We just bring in another captain. Like
bring in the next guy. Like
that would have been fun. That would have been a little bit too funny though.
I guess.
I think that would have been a little bit too jokey for this serious moment.
But yeah, Mando and him murder people in the cafeteria and they bust out.
A lot of people.
Yeah, they bust out of the mining. I think it's a mining place, and they get away because Boba Fett. They jump on Boba Fett's ship and get away. Yeah. And they blow it up with a sniper. So and that was the end of the episode.
And then they let Bill Burr go.
Yeah, they let Bill Burr
Which you would think they would keep him around because he's worked for the Empire.
Yeah, he's got Imperial
and
intel.
he might know some shit about Moff Gideon where his fucking spaceship is, but I guess not. So let's just leave him on this forest planet.
Yeah, he can't leave
to go do more
illegal
spaceship. Yeah, that's smart.
They literally said there's nothing there.
Yeah,
at the beginning of the episode.
So all right.
So
but it was. I enjoyed this better.
It was better than the episode before.
Yeah, better than there was at least a story and there was some characters in it and the action was fun and the action the action had a story too where the Mandalorian it was like the action told a story alongside the actual story, which was fun. It wasn't just look at Boba Fett do a bunch of cool shit. I was like, all right. Boba Fett didn't really do anything this episode.
No, he sat in the ship the whole
time. He shot a rocket out of his ship, which was fun. And I don't really like how clean his armor looks. It looks a little.
He cleaned it up.
It looks a little not good.
They did have a callback to Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, they did. He drops that like bomb thing.
That sound bomb thing, which is cool. I love that noise.
It's a cool noise. It's a cool noise.
It's fine. It's great. I think the next episode is the last one of the season, right?
Yeah, episode 8. So they're gonna get Baby Yoda back, or they're just gonna fucking kill him.
That, or there's more than 8 episodes in the season.
Or they're, I don't know. Knowing this show, it'll be like 40 minutes. And then they'll just be like, "Hey, we gotta get Baby Yoda back." And then
maybe they don't. Maybe something happens. And
I don't want a cliffhanger.
They kill the lady.
I don't want to wait a whole fucking year to see what the next season. Like, don't do that.
Kill the lady. Season 3 officially is coming out in December of next year, so it will be literally a year until we got season 3.
Jesus, all right, cool.
So yeah, that's the main.
I do think that season 2 has been an improvement. I don't think it's like a big improvement
so far.
From
the only episode I haven't liked was the Boba Fett introduction episode.
That one wasn't really that good.
But I like the Tremors episode.
That one was okay. I didn't hate that one. It had some fun in it. I thought some of the characters acted kind of stupid, but it was all right. It was fun.
I like the spider.
The spider episode was great, honestly. And outside of some of the writing was not very And then the third episode was fun.
The fish.
It was kind of just building out the story more for season 2, but it was still fun.
And then the Ahsoka episode's great.
Ahsoka episode's fucking awesome. That's the best. That is exactly what the show needs to be and should be. And the fact that it's not is honestly more annoying than if the whole show was fucking garbage. Because it's like I've seen it. I know what the show can be. Just make this.
Just let Dave Filoni.
Let Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau just do everything.
Direct more episodes.
Because they seem to know what the fuck they're doing, guys.
Dave Filoni, whenever because he did the Spider episode too, right?
Did he?
I think so.
That was a good episode.
Yeah, he's done the best episodes of the season, I would say.
Yeah.
So
let him fucking do the shit.
So yeah, we'll be back again doing the season finale if it's the season finale. Who knows?
It'll probably be the season finale.
Because I don't know how many episodes are in this. I'm assuming that it's gonna be 8.
It's probably 8. Keep it fucking consistent, Disney. If we get 9, I'm gonna write a strongly worded letter to fucking Bob Iger or whichever Bob is in charge of shit now.
Cup check, I think, is the
Cup check
or whatever his name is.
Isn't that when you like tap someone's dick?
Yeah, that's Cup check.
You got a fucked up last name, dude.
Cap check? I don't know. Fucking Bob Iger is still in charge at the moment.
I'll write a letter to both of them.
Dear Bobs.
Dear Bobs. dear penis tap guy.
Anyways, we'll get into the movie news.
Let's get in.
Or your movie news.
To the movie news. I have some like actual movie news. Real movie news.
Real movies.
This is a big thing that people have been talking about the last couple weeks. Apparently, WB is going to put their entire 2021 slate on HBO Max, and everyone's pissed.
But they also said they'll be in theaters at the same time.
They will, but no one's going to see those in theaters.
No.
If you can see them at home, why would you go to the theater?
The people that are pissed are the movie theaters, because they're like...
The movie theaters, and did you see what Christopher Nolan fucking said?
No, I didn't
He was throwing some like major fucking shade. He had this quote that I was like, I fucking love Chris Nolan now, where he was like, there are these actors who, you know, they sign these, you know, contracts and they do whatever, and they go to sleep one night thinking that they're going to work for the best studio in the world, and then they wake up the next day to find out they're working for the worst streaming service.
Oh,
and I was like, damn. I was like, damn, because Christopher Nolan is like, he's fucking pissed at this whole thing, because
I mean, he ain't wrong. HBO Max doesn't.
Because apparently the Wonder Woman thing, where Wonder Woman's coming out on HBO Max, apparently Gal Gadot and Patty Jenkins got a special deal where it was like, okay, let's say your movie makes $1 billion, we'll give you the money that we think you would have gotten anyway from theaters. Apparently, WB didn't tell anyone else that they were putting all these movies on HBO Max, and they already had like contracts where it was like, we have to get a specific amount of gross from theaters and stuff like that, and people are fucking, they're upset.
I'd be pissed too.
And apparently, I think Legendary said that they might pursue like some legal action because of like Dune and some of their movies that they have under, like Kong versus Godzilla, which is being pushed out from WB. So unless WB comes out in like a couple weeks and it's like, all right, we're not doing that, this could be a rough year for WB.
It'd be different though if they were charging to watch, like Disney Plus did, to watch on HBO Max.
If they were charging you to like the same amount as tickets to do whatever, but they're not doing that.
No, they're just, if you have HBO Max, you can watch it.
Yeah, and that's where like Christopher Nolan's pissed, because it's like, well, if it's in my contract that I was supposed to get, you know, 20% of the gross, how do we justify that on a streaming service? And also, it's not
fair.
The gross was for theaters, and people aren't going to go see it in theaters, so now I'm going to make less.
I think it's like, we'll definitely have to see how Wonder Woman does. If it makes like no money in theaters, then that'll be for sure.
Well, I mean, even if it does poorly, they still got their money.
I know, but I'm just saying, it'll be a good tell for how much money these are going to make in theaters, I would say. Because if Wonder Woman doesn't make money in theaters, nothing is going to make money in theaters. Yeah. Because everybody is actually wanting to watch that movie compared to... Some people may not.
It'll make some money in theaters, but I don't think that...
It'll make some, but it ain't going to make, you know...
It's not going to make a profit.
It's not going to make $900 million or whatever it was projected to make.
It's not going to make a profit in theaters. Most of the money's going to come from HBO Max, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, this... And I totally understand all these filmmakers who are angry and pissed off, and Chris Nolan being pissed off is completely justified. A lot of people were like shitting on Christopher Nolan because they were like, oh, he just wants everything in the theaters. He's an old man and like whatever. And I'm like, well, no, there's a lot more that goes into this.
There's a lot of people that get affected by this.
Yeah, there's a lot of contracts and like actors who had specific deals and stuff like that are now being fucked. So this kind of sucks, to be honest.
Like, consumer doesn't care. They're like, yeah.
The consumers, they're over the moon about this. I don't have to go anywhere. I can watch fucking Kong versus Godzilla on my fucking thing in my PJs and play on my phone and not actually watch the fucking movie. Cool. But the studio's like, we need our money. We put $700 million into this movie. We want some money back. Like, what the fuck? So it's gonna be an interesting year for
we'll see.
Warner Brothers.
We'll see. Especially since Disney came out and said they're not doing that. So
yeah,
they're just putting their stuff in theaters.
Yeah,
so
it's gonna be really interesting.
I think they mainly just don't want, because if they did that, the theaters wouldn't make it. They definitely wouldn't.
I mean, Disney could do it. And I think Disney would be fine, but the theaters would be fucked.
Yeah, I think they know in the long term, theaters won't make it if they put all their stuff on streaming.
Yeah, definitely. Disney in general is really the only thing keeping these theaters afloat anyway.
Right.
So. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting year.
We'll see. We'll see. If I think if Wonder Woman does like ultra bad in theaters, they may kick everything. Like, all right, we're not doing the streaming thing.
Maybe they might be, but see, here's the thing: wait until that comes out before you announce this.
That's what they should have done.
And see how well it does before you're just like, let's just put everything on HBO Max. Because not only are they desperate to have people get HBO Max, so they're gonna put all these movies on there, but I think they're worried about Corona and like the theaters not opening back up in time or whatever. So they're just like, fuck it, just put it out. I honestly think that they should just wait. If you need to delay something, delay it, and just wait until the theaters open up.
Because it's not like you're the only one who's delaying stuff. Everyone's delaying doing stuff.
That, yeah.
So you're not the only one.
I don't know.
We'll see. So, I think it was a risky move.
I think it was a stupid move.
I don't know if it was stupid. We'll see.
They can get sued for this.
I guess.
And they can lose a lot of money off of this.
It's Warner Brothers though. They have a lot of money in general.
They do, but if 15 like directors and a bunch of actors come out and sue you, they can take all your fucking money.
True. Maybe we'll see Warner Brothers die.
Maybe.
And then it will literally just be Disney. Fuck. Disney and Universal.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, Universal's doing just fine. They'll be around for another 150 years.
They got Jurassic Park.
They put out every movie. So it doesn't matter for them. They're fine. But yeah, it'll be an interesting year next year.
Yep.
Speaking of interesting years, there was a photo of Bugs Bunny from Space Jam Legacy.
Yeah, I still haven't seen. He just looks like
Bugs Bunny.
I know you're pissed about the jerseys. You think they look bad? Space Jam.
Did I say they look bad?
Yeah,
they probably look bad.
Because I showed you. Remembers LeBron in that like blue and like those.
Oh yeah, that was not good.
I like that. I think it looked good.
Stupid.
It's a more modern jersey than
Space Jam is a 90s fucking thing, all right? Space Jam is not going to survive in modern society, all right? It's a goofy... They don't even have a Looney Tunes show on right now. Like, do kids care about Looney Tunes?
Probably not.
Exactly. So, like, why the fuck is this movie happening?
Because they got LeBron. So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, LeBron.
Does anyone care about LeBron?
Yeah.
Who?
Lots of... I mean, NBA people...
I'm sure they're gonna go see this movie expecting like.
I mean, maybe some kids.
Basketball movies.
I'm sure there's kids that like basketball.
No
that
kid
like LeBron.
gives a fuck about LeBron James.
Nah, people care about LeBron.
Like, who's this caveman fucking guy walking around?
He's probably the most popular NBA player.
Well, now because of what happened with Kobe.
Kobe's wasn't in the NBA. Also,
doesn't matter.
In terms right now, he's probably the most popular person.
What about Blake Griffin?
Nobody gives a flying fuck about Blake Griffin.
I'm just saying.
And nobody has since he was dating a Kardashian.
I don't know any of these people. Wasn't that like Humphrey or whatever?
Oh yeah, he did too.
They both did?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Chris Humphries, not Blake.
Chris Humphrey. They both look alike.
They do look alike.
They look very much alike.
I don't know if I think they dated different Kardashians. I don't know.
Would have been hilarious if they dated the same one.
They may have.
That's fucking hilarious.
It's really weird though. Every time an NBA player dates a Kardashian, they get worse.
That's a sign. Stop doing that.
So
they're cursed, obviously.
It is. It's called the Kardashian.
It's like the Madden curse or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you get put on the Madden cover and you just do terrible.
There's one for NBA too.
There's one for UFC as well. Like you get put on the UFC covers of like the games.
You get put on the NBA cover, you get an injury. That's what happens. You get hurt.
What are all these fucking curses, man? Who's making all these curses? Who's conjuring up all these fucking curses in like a little thing? Shaq is behind all this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make all these curses.
They didn't put me in Space Jam 2. I'm going.
Why am I not in Space Jam 2?
That'd be kind of funny.
That'd be hilarious.
If he was
Shaq's fucking big ass is waddling out in a Toon Squad jersey.
You just making fun of Charles Barkley.
Where's Charles Barkley's fat ass? Charles Barkley was in the first one. He'd come back.
He should.
He'd come back.
Bill Murray come back? I don't know.
Oh man, Bill Murray better come back.
Mm-hmm.
Do kids know who Bill Murray is?
No.
Do kids know who Bill Murray was the first time when they saw his first
maybe.
Space Jam?
People Ghostbusters.
What about Wayne Knight?
What about Wayne Knight?
Is he coming back?
Probably not.
Bring back Newman. Hashtag bring back Newman.
Bring back Newman.
If Newman's not in this movie, WB or whoever the fuck's putting this out, Universal, somebody.
I think it's WB.
I'm gonna fight you. Put Newman in it.
Newman. Because he's not doing anything.
No. He ain't doing shit. He can't come back for Jurassic World. He fucking died.
He's dead.
So he needs some shit. He's not on Seinfeld anymore.
He needs work. He hasn't been on Seinfeld since.
He's not doing Third Rock of the Sun anymore.
Oh man, it's sad.
So,
sad day.
Those all those shows came out like 20 years ago.
Exactly.
So what has he been doing? I don't fucking know.
He's probably retired.
Probably
living off Seinfeld money.
Oh, for sure. I would too. Like, thanks, you Jew.
Thanks, Jerry.
Thanks, Jew Jerry.
Jew Jerry.
Yeah.
Thanks, JJ.
I'd get fired from that show because I just constantly like poke fun at his religion.
I think Jerry Seinfeld may think it's funny. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, this is..."
Hey, Jew Jerry.
and
then right as I leave, he'd be like, "That motherfucker."
Like the 30th time.
That black bastard.
30th time, he's like, "Shut up, shut up."
Come up with something new.
Get better jokes at least. Like, come on.
All right, you Jewish fuck.
It's like, no, it's the same thing.
No, because I didn't say your name. I called you a fuck.
It's the same joke.
And I didn't abbreviate Jew.
And you sit there and you open a cupboard and you're like, get in the oven.
Get in the oven, you little Jew.
And he's like, whoa.
He's like, all right, that's not funny.
Get out.
Get out. You're fired.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying.
And then I'll sue him for being racist.
Like, I've been trying to get fired this whole time. I don't want to on the show.
I don't even like this show. This is a white person show.
It's a white person.
Michael Richards was a fucking racist, man.
I mean, what you gotta do is the 90s.
That's not an excuse, Devin. What are you gonna do? It's the 90s. That's the fucking same excuse Walt Disney used in the 40s. Oh, what are you gonna do? We all hate women and blacks.
Yeah.
That's not an excuse. We're Song of the South too, alright?
Ain't happening. Song of the South is buried. It ain't coming back.
You can find it.
You can find it.
I want to get it on Blu-ray.
But it will never be released on Blu-ray.
There is a Blu-ray.
Is there?
I think it's like a bootleg thing, but you can get it.
I was gonna say Disney actually like approved
the
that.
Balls on Disney. Yeah, let's put out Song of the South
on Blu-ray,
but not the Mandalorian.
It's like, what?
Be like, fucking, I would respect Disney so much if they did that.
No, they were just like pushing a bunch of stuff to get on Blu-ray.
They just
sign
like,
it.
what have we done? Oh no!
Like somebody just pressed the wrong.
They're gonna find out the truth.
Gosh,
we're all a bunch of horrible racists.
Somebody stop this now.
That'd be hilarious. I would respect the fuck out of them for doing it.
They would never.
Speaking of respecting the fuck out of someone, we got some video game movie news.
Did we?
Sort of, kind of. Oscar Isaac was cast as Solid Snake.
Yeah, this is more your thing.
In the Metal Gear Solid movie.
Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid's so good. I don't think you would get it.
Probably not.
It's so Japanese and so weird.
I know the little noise that is made.
Bring.
Yeah, I know that. That's the other thing I know from that
really
series.
Jordan Vogt Roberts, who's been signed on to direct this movie for like a decade. I still don't believe this movie's coming out because he's been talking about this fucking movie.
The only thing that makes
years.
me think is it's because Oscar Isaac is now.
But The Rock is Black Adam, and the Black Adam's not coming out either. So like that doesn't really mean anything anymore. He might be waiting around to see how well Uncharted does.
Maybe.
And then if that does well, they might be like, all right, let's fucking go. But he's been talking about this movie.
We still haven't had a good video game movie.
No, and we never will.
Uncharted could be. You never know.
No, it won't because Mark Wahlberg's in it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Mark Wahlberg. Oh.
Cracks a beard. Just fine.
Bring me my alien gun.
Bring me my alien gun.
But Oscar Isaac was not the conventional choice for Solid Snake.
I think it's cool.
It's a cool because I love Oscar Isaac. I watch fucking anything. Oscar Isaac could do like 8 porns. I'll watch him. He's great. He's not the conventional choice. I still probably would have preferred like Chris Evans or like Carl Urban or something, just because both of them look a little bit more like Solid Snake. But hey, Oscar Isaac is fucking cool. Yeah. Is he going to play Liquid Snake?
I don't know.
Because they're clones. They're twins.
I don't know.
Are we gonna get a blonde Oscar Isaac?
That'd be funny.
That'd be hilarious.
Put him in
that means he's gonna be Big Boss probably as well, because Solid Snake, Liquid Snake, and Solidus Snake are all clones. They're like clone sons of Big Boss. So we're gonna have 4 Oscar Isaacs in this fucking
Yeah.
universe. Fucking A, man. That's awesome.
Maybe he didn't know what he was doing when he signed on.
He's just like, all right, sure, Metal Gear, cool.
And he's like, wait a minute.
He's like, there's 4. I gotta play 4 characters. Am I getting paid for all 4 of these characters?
It's like, nah, you signed one contract.
God damn it. Next movie, I'll get paid. I'll get paid more.
Next movie. the studio's like,
He's like, okay.
You think there's gonna be a
He thinks there's gonna be more. Fucking ignorant bastards. But yeah, I mean that's cool. I could see him with like a cigar in his mouth and being like, "I'm Solid Snake." Is he gonna do that voice though? Is he gonna do
Solid
the Batman
Snake have an
voice?
eye patch?
Big Boss has an eye patch.
I remembered somebody having
Big Boss has an eye patch. And Solid Snake in Metal Gear Solid 4 has like a futuristic thing over his eye. It's not really an eye patch, but it's like a little future thing. It's like a little robot eye.
Yeah, I was gonna. What is his name? What's the Deadpool? Cable. It's like he's got.
Sort of, but it's not like a permanent thing. He can like remove it.
It's like a monocle.
Sort of, yeah. It's like a robot monocle. But yeah, I mean, it seems interesting. It's an unconventional casting choice that I'm excited about.
I think it's dope.
Because I like Oscar Isaac a lot.
I think it's dope.
I think it's really cool.
Oscar Isaac is a big nerd. Apparently, he's in.
Is he?
He's in all the nerds.
I can't imagine him being a nerd.
I don't know.
Like,
I mean, I don't know if he is. He seems like it. He's in Star Wars.
It'd be hilarious if like we just like got a glimpse on his like day to day, and he's sitting there playing like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff. I just couldn't imagine like.
He's in Star Wars, Dune.
I mean,
Marvel.
he's in this stuff, but that doesn't mean he's like a fan of it.
I mean,
he's got to make that money.
I don't know. Isn't he going to be in DC? He's going to be in DC. Thing.
He was cast in the Batman. I don't know if that fell through or whatever. He was going to be in that. Wouldn't surprise me if he's in fucking something DC related. He was Apocalypse.
Just gotta get
Apocalypse.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he's gonna be Moon Knight, so
he's gonna be Moon Knight. He's gonna be doing that for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
We'll see.
Especially, we'll see if this movie even happens. So
it probably won't.
Yeah, your theory of movies don't exist until a trailer comes out.
They don't exist until they start shooting.
New Mutants has proved that sometimes that isn't true. I mean, it does exist now.
They don't exist until there's boots on the ground and they start filming stuff. Yeah. This is still just like, I don't even think Jordan Vogt-Roberts has a script. I think he's just like, yeah, I want to do it. And he's been saying that for like a decade.
I'll write the script eventually.
I'll write it. I'll get to it, all right?
Get to it.
And this is a Sony movie, so we'll have to we gotta be a little cautious.
Really? It's a Sony? I mean,
they Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know why. It just seemed more like a Warner Brothers thing.
No.
I don't know why.
Uncharted's a Sony movie as well.
I knew that.
That movie's fucked.
It's got Tom Holland though.
Okay, cool.
He'll
be fun. Everything else will be shit.
Anyways, continue. What else you got?
That's all of my.
That's everything. That's
movie
all you got.
There's a new Van Helsing movie coming from Universal apparently, but like, do you care?
No.
Exactly. So.
All right, let's get into the big stuff.
It was all fucking Disney.
Disney's Investor Day. That happened yesterday.
Yeah, this is like Christmas for the rich people.
Christmas for Disney people.
Christmas for the suits.
I got a big list of shit.
What are we starting with? Are we starting with Marvel or Star Wars?
Neither. We're going to start with Disney.
They just got shit coming up?
Yeah, they just got stuff coming up.
Okay, cool.
A quick Disney Plus thing.
I'm going to lean back and listen to this.
You're just going to react.
My facial expression is
just like, God damn it. Just every time. This isn't anything, but Disney Plus is raising their prices. Makes sense. They're going to put out a bunch of new stuff. They want more money.
Fuck you.
They're going to $8 a month, which isn't bad still.
That's not bad.
Starting off with Ice Age, because they own Ice Age now.
No.
Ice Age is getting a spin-off series.
It already has spin-off with the little squirrel man.
The little squirrel man?
We don't need another one. What's his name? Scrat?
Yeah, no. It's another little creature like that.
No.
With Simon Pegg, Buck from, I don't know.
I like Simon Pegg, but I don't know who this character is.
It's called The Adventures of Buck Wild.
No one cares.
He's like a mole rat or something.
I don't care.
Whatever.
You say that as if I give a shit. I don't care.
So we're getting that. That's coming out in 2022 on Disney Plus.
Oh, great! I can't wait to wait for 2 years. It was a show.
Yeah, it's a show.
God damn it! Why is everything a fucking show now?
I mean, they own Ice Age now because they bought Fox.
I am aware.
They're gonna milk
to make more shit.
Yeah, they're gonna milk that.
Sell your fucking DVDs.
I want that little creepy ass kid to come back. Oh my god, football head kid.
I haven't seen Ice Age since I was a kid. I'm sure that movie looks like ass.
Terrifying.
Oh my god.
I mean the creatures look alright, but that kid just terrifying. Terrifying.
The little blunt faced kid.
Football head kid.
Kid. Hey Arnold.
Yeah. Hey Arnold. And then so that was the only Fox thing I think that they announced.
They got all these Fox fucking properties and they ain't doing shit with them. Where's the next Predator? Where's Planet of the Apes? I want Planet of the Apes news, all right?
But I think that was the only Fox thing.
God damn it, Disney.
Going to Nat Geo, there's only 2 things that they're doing. Okay. Will Smith and Chris Hemsworth are going to do some National Geographic show. I don't know what that's going to be. It's probably going to be them working out in different places of the world.
Hey, watch this fucking workout in China.
It's called Welcome to Earth, which is kind of funny because Will Smith. Yeah.
What does that have to do with Chris Hemsworth?
I don't know. He's just doing stuff.
Why isn't it Liam Hemsworth who was in the sequel to Independence Day? That would have been more clever, Disney.
Oh. It's 2 different shows. My bad. Well, Welcome to Earth is Will Smith's show.
Okay. I was about to say, because this is a weird pairing. Chris Hemsworth and Will Smith.
I didn't read. They star in their own shows.
Let's get Chris Evans and Steve Buscemi.
So it's Welcome to Earth. He embarks on an awe-inspiring journey to unlock the secrets of the planet.
I don't care.
That's what Will Smith says. And Chris Hemsworth is called Limitless.
About him working out.
Yeah, it's about the limits of the human body. So
of course it is.
It's Chris Hemsworth.
Did you see the fucking photo of him moving that tire?
Jacked.
Is he not aware that like there's a virus going on?
He's jacked.
And that like no one can do anything, and he's fucking over here flipping tires and look like a fucking monster.
He doesn't care.
This nigga's crazy.
There's an alien show coming on. I don't know what it is.
Ancient Aliens.
No, it's not that. It's
season 20.
The guy who made Fargo, the show Fargo, and Legion.
I've been wanting to watch Fargo for the longest fucking time. I've heard that show was great, and I just haven't gotten around to it.
It's just said it's.
And I haven't seen Legion either.
It's based on the Alien movies. It's a show.
Basically. Oh.
Yeah.
So like an alien, like it's an
alien show.
It's probably gonna be fucking terrible.
It's gonna be on Hulu. It's not gonna be on Disney Plus.
Probably gonna be fucking terrible. Is Ridley Scott involved?
I don't know. Noah Hawley.
I don't know who that is.
He made Fargo and Legion.
Okay, well I haven't seen those.
I haven't either.
If Ridley Scott's not involved with it, it'll probably be pretty good.
I mean, I don't know if he's like in the background.
He better not be. He better keep his fucking fingers out of this.
I don't know.
Ridley Scott fucked up Alien already.
So I have no idea what the show's even about. If it's just like
just make it a part of the universe.
Like
it's
just
like
people,
another alien.
Just people in the universe doing stuff.
Don't bring back Sigourney Weaver. Don't reference any of the other movies. Just hey, another spaceship in space and there's another fucking alien on there. We gotta.
It's legit just called Alien Show.
That's fine.
The Alien Show
the series
or whatever.
That'd be fine.
Moving on.
I'm not offended.
Moving on to Pixar. So there's one thing in here that I
saw an image of something that I'm not sure if it's real.
So there's something called Luca. I don't know what, some Italian boy named Luca. I'm gonna guess it's something.
What?
It's what it's called. It's called Luca.
No, but just the some Italian boy.
It literally says a movie set in Italy about a boy named Luca. That's what it's called. That's what it's about.
That's a fucking. That sounds like an Oscar-winning film.
I'm assuming it's gonna be like that Coco.
Is he making pizza?
I don't know. I'm assuming it's gonna be like Coco, like a.
I didn't like Coco, so if that's anything like it, fuck it.
And then there's a Pixar movie called Turning Red. It's about a 13-year-old girl going through puberty.
That's what Inside Out was.
And transforms into a giant red panda.
Why?
I don't know.
What is?
Only when she gets excited. So it's gonna be like Brother Bear.
So it's like Hulk.
I guess, but she turns into a panda.
Why a red panda? That's so like oddly specific. It's like, hey, I'm gonna curse you. You're gonna turn into a badger, but only when you gotta take shits.
I don't know.
That's just like a very specific thing.
Took the turning red. Weird. I don't know if this is what Disney had in mind. I took the turning red as a, and going through puberty, a menstruation thing where she's bleeding. That's what, that's what I took that as when I first read it. I
don't want to see a movie about a teenage girl
that's what
who bleeds from her vagina.
But instead, she turns into a panda instead of
But we know what that means.
Yeah, that's what I took it.
That's disgusting, Disney. You're all pedophiles.
That's disgusting, Disney. And then this sounds fucking cool. It's called Lightyear.
This is what I saw, and I wasn't sure if it was real.
It is real. It's an origin story about Buzz Lightyear, who will be voiced by Chris Evans.
Which is weird.
But I think it's fucking cool.
It's cool, because I like Chris Evans, but why not just get Tim Allen?
And this is a movie. It's not a show. It's a movie coming out in 2022.
Is this going to be connected to Buzz Lightyear of Star Command?
I don't know.
That'd be awesome if it was.
Don't know. But I don't know what the origin of Buzz Lightyear is, but...
He's a fucking spaceman.
Is it about the toy or about Buzz Lightyear,
I'm sure it's about Buzz Lightyear, the character. It'd be so fucking... The toy, he's being made in a factory.
But and then he comes to life.
And he comes to life. He's like, I'm a real boy. And it's like, you're not putting.
It might be a little weird not having Tim Allen.
That's very odd, and I don't get it. He didn't voice Buzz Lightyear in Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, did he?
I don't think so. Maybe he did. I don't remember.
I don't remember if he did or not. I don't think he did. So maybe it'll be fine. I don't know. But it's just Tim Allen's voice is so like connected to that character.
Maybe Chris Evans can do really good impressions of him.
Maybe he does a fucking spot on Tim Allen impression.
Maybe. Whatever the fucking
grunt.
Yeah, he does in everything he does.
Oh fuck! I have speaking of TV news, this is completely off track and has nothing to do with anything. But apparently, you know that Tim Allen show that he's on?
Yeah.
The Last Man Standing.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's like ending soon, and there's going to be a crossover with him and his character from Home Improvement.
Yeah, which is weird.
It's very strange
because in Home Improvement he quit at the end of that show.
Just, hey, I remember you. You were that guy.
That's weird. Anyways,
I don't know. It was just a dumb thing that reminded me of that.
Weird. I thought you were gonna say something about Santa Claus.
Santa Claus 4.
Yeah, which is Disney, so
happening.
It would have fit.
Official.
It would have fit.
That would have been amazing if they just came out, didn't announce fucking anything. No Marvel stuff, no Star Wars. Just went Santa Claus 4, mic drop, and then they just left. It'd be like, whoa.
That's our whole thing for next year.
That's our whole thing. Just Santa Claus 4. That's all that matters.
That's all we're doing.
I would have so much respect for them if they did that.
All right, so those were all movies. Now these are going to be Pixar shows, which we're getting Pixar shows now.
Okay, why?
I don't know. Money.
I guess they need some more content for fucking Disney Plus. So.
We're gonna get a show called Popcorn. It's about iconic Pixar characters. That's what it's called. I guess it's about just random Pixar characters.
Okay.
So, I don't know. It's called Popcorn.
Sounds terrible.
We're getting Doug Days, a new series about a beloved dog, about the dog from Up.
Fuck you.
So
that was terrible.
We're getting a car series following Lightning McQueen and
we have like 4.
We're getting a show.
Is Owen Wilson coming back?
I don't know.
Is fucking Larry the Cable Guy coming back? Is Michael Keaton coming back?
I don't know. Wait, who's Michael Keaton?
He was the green car in the first Cars.
I doubt he'd come back.
Bring him back.
I don't know.
Why this doesn't need to exist? No people. Cars is the least liked of all the Pixar movies. Why are you making a show?
It's like Monsters Inc. or Nemo or
all the shit that everyone
Incredibles.
Likes.
You can make an incredible show about
awesome.
Random people.
Make an incredible show and actually make it good. Not like Incredibles 2.
You can make it. You don't even have to make it about the Incredibles. You can any superhero. In that universe.
Why not? Fuck you, Disney.
And then we're getting Win or Lose. It's a Pixar original long form animated series and about a middle school softball team.
Great.
I don't know.
So that's so fucking interesting.
Comes out in 2 years, 2023.
Great. I'm gonna mark that on my calendar. Fucking.
You're gonna mark that. You better.
It's unnecessary.
All right, and then the last thing before we get into Star Wars and Marvel is Disney Animation, not Pixar.
Okay.
So there's something coming out called Raya and the Last Dragon.
Oh, this actually seems kind of cool because it's got like a Japanese like.
Yeah, it's premiering on March of 2021. So okay. Is this a movie?
I think it's a movie. It reminds me a lot of Kubo and the Two Strings, but instead of China,
I think it is a movie.
It seems cool. It sounds cool.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about this till just now. So
I've heard the title and I've heard like some things about it. It seems cool.
We're getting Baymax. It's literally it's Baymax with an exclamation mark.
There's already a fucking Big Hero 6 TV show.
There is, but we're getting another one.
No, what is Disney's obsession with just doing the same thing again? They have this fucking like OCD thing where it's like we can't do anything new. We have to just
make something new every 5 years.
We make something new every decade, and then we just have to make more of that for the next decade.
We're gonna milk it until it's dead.
I don't get it.
I don't know. It's a series coming in 2022.
Who cares?
You're gonna watch it. I know you will.
No, I like Big Hero 6, but it doesn't need to be this franchise thing. It was an okay movie.
The next show is literally called Zootopia Plus.
Zootopia sucked.
It's called Zootopia Plus, and it's just a show about Zootopia.
Fuck this show.
Coming out. There's a show called Tina. It's about
Tina Turner.
No, it's from Princess and the Frog. Is that her name? Tina? Is that her name?
I think her name was like Tatiana or some shit. I don't fucking know.
Tiana?
Tiana or whatever.
Tiana.
I don't remember.
That's how it's pronounced. Tiana.
Did you seriously read it as Tina?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Tiana. Based on Princess of the Frog. It's another show coming out. I don't know.
Nobody liked Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, nobody. No. Ever. No one has ever liked Princess and the Frog.
Like, what the... Disney sucks. I hate Disney.
We're getting a musical comedy series for Moana. I can tell you're so excited about all this stuff.
I'm just ecstatic.
And then there's 2 things on here that I'm not even going to try to pronounce because...
What? Let me see it. What is it?
Encanto?
Encanto.
It's a new movie set in Colombia.
Cool.
That's it. That's
written by Lin-Manuel Miranda because he's Colombian.
And then whatever the fuck this is, I can't pronounce that.
Iwaju. I think that's how.
It's a long form series in partnership with whatever that is.
Kugale Media.
I don't know what these are.
I don't know. It's like black and like Hispanic stuff because black and Hispanic people are important.
So yeah, woo. There's all the Disney stuff that's not.
You just said a bunch of shit that I'm not gonna have any interest in.
No, but some people might. So I decided.
The only thing I give a shit about is Buzz Lightyear.
That seems cool.
Because that seems really cool.
And that's actually a film. It's not a series.
Cool.
So
I still want it. I want it. That's coming out on Disney Plus, or is that like a movie?
It's a movie, so I'm assuming it's gonna come out in theaters.
Okay.
So I don't know.
I want to see that on the big screen.
Summer 2022.
Fucking animated. Why is it so far away?
Gotta animate it, man.
Fucking doesn't take that long. It'll take 2 years.
So next we'll go to Lucasfilm. We'll do some of that. I can't say Star Wars because there's other stuff in here that's not Star Wars. Do you want to do Disney Plus stuff first or movies first? Which one?
Doesn't matter. It's up to you.
You're
in charge.
You do which one? Movies. All right. There's only 2
real movies.
So Wonder Woman's Patty Jenkins is directing the new. We were talking about this earlier. The new Star Wars movie called Rogue Squadron.
Oh, she's directing.
She's directing.
So that means there's going to be a bunch of females in it.
I don't know.
There are. That's because she's one of those directors who can only direct women in movies. I think Patty Jenkins isn't like a great director, so I mean this could be kind of whatever. But I don't know. She's one of those directors that's had a very interesting career where I'm like, how did you go from like you made one movie and then you got Wonder Woman? I'm like, how did you do that?
I mean, we'll see how. I mean, she's directing the second Wonder Woman also. So.
Yeah, so maybe she's improved a little bit.
Maybe,
but who knows?
I don't know. This seems kind of interesting.
It seems interesting, but I'm curious to see because I haven't been super pleased with what Disney's done to Star Wars. I have a feeling that they're going to try their fucking hardest to shove this into something else. Like it's gonna be like a prequel to Rogue One or some shit.
Maybe.
And I don't want that, but I have a sneaky feeling they might.
I don't know.
Like Jyn Erso will show up in it or something.
I just want it should be like Top Gun, but for Star Wars. That's what it should be.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
But there's
going to be a character, at least one character,
badass rebels or whoever, just fighting.
There's going to be at least one character from previous Star Wars lore that we know is going to be in it.
Do you think so? I mean,
there is.
Maybe they'll put Poe in it.
Disney is so obsessed with just hey, you know this guy. There you go.
Maybe
they can't go without it.
Maybe they'll put Poe Dameron in it. Who knows?
Maybe they will, and maybe they'll actually give him some character this time.
Maybe. I don't know, but this comes out a long way away. December 2023, so basically 2024.
God, no one's gonna remember this fucking thing.
Yeah, I don't know why they announced it for this day. But
make the movie and then announce it. Say, hey, we made a movie.
So
go watch it. It's cool.
And then the other movie doesn't even have a title. It's Taika Waititi's Star Wars film, the Untitled thing. It's in development. That's all they announced.
Okay,
right?
Cool.
So
he's busy with Thor right now.
Yeah, he's doing Thor 4. So that was the only 2 movies. The rest of the stuff is Disney Plus shows.
Those are the only 2 movies?
The only 2 movies.
What?
The rest of it's shows. They're really leaning into the shows.
Oh my god, Jesus.
Really leaning into... I mean, Lucasfilm did announce about Indiana Jones 5, but it's pretty much everything we've already discussed.
Previously announced.
Harrison Ford's coming back. James Mangold's directing.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all we know. So... And apparently that's... I think it's in pre-production, that show, or that movie.
It should be, yeah.
It's coming out in 2022. So there's that.
Harrison Ford's going to be dead.
He's going to be 81 when that movie comes out.
Yeah, it's going to be insane.
It's going to be nuts. We're getting 2 Mandalorian spin-off shows. We're getting Ahsoka, which I'm kind of down for.
I figured that once she showed up, I was like, I have a feeling she's probably going to
I'm down for it, though. I think she did great.
Is it supposed to be after Rebels?
It doesn't have a time, place.
Okay, and this is live action, right?
Yes, live action. It's with Rosario Dawson. So.
Okay. I mean, that's fine, I guess. I'm not super familiar with Ahsoka, but all right, cool.
I'm not
offended by this.
It probably will be after Rebels, I'm assuming, because we don't know what happened to her after Rebels. So, who knows? I don't know. It may be in between Rebels and the Mandalorian.
It would be, you know what would be really cool? is if we got a Star Wars show that was brand new, that wasn't about a character we've seen before. That would be really cool. And
I think you're going to be disappointed with most of these then. The other spin-off show is called Rangers of the New Republic. I have no idea what this is, but
I'm guessing it's about the Rangers of the New Republic.
I guess. So we're going to get that fat dude from...
Fat dude.
That dude who's in the X-Wing.
About Porkins?
Yeah, no, the X-Wing guy in Mandalorian. He's going to have his own show. Is that what it's going to be? I don't know.
Who's the fat dude in the Mandalorian?
X-Wing guy. The cops.
Oh, that guy. Maybe.
It's just cops.
He wasn't that fat.
I mean...
He said the fat dude as if that was like a character trait.
I don't know anything else about him.
He was Asian.
He's a little chubbier.
He was Asian. So he was Asian.
It's going to be cops for Star Wars. That'd be kind of cool, actually.
Cool.
I'd do that.
Do that with fucking Green Lantern.
But this could be the Star Wars version of it.
Okay, cool. And then they're gonna shove in characters we've already seen before.
I mean, maybe shove in the Mandalorian.
Not maybe they're gonna do that.
Shove in the Mandalorian.
Oh, the Mandalorian's definitely going to appear in one, if not all, of these shows.
I think he'll appear in his spin-off shows, the Ahsoka and
definitely.
Rangers of the New Republic. If I assume
They're gonna put him in a fuck ton of stuff.
Pedro Pascal didn't know what he was getting into.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be him. It could just
his voice.
Put a guy in a suit and have him show up for a day with his fucking coffee and his PJs. And I'm the Mandalorian. That's all he's got to do.
I'm Mando.
I'm sure he's fine with that.
And then, so we're getting Star Wars: The Bad Batch,
which they announced this a while ago. What is this?
It's about clone troopers that came out.
Oh, it's like fucked up. It's like retarded clone troopers.
They're not retarded, but like
they're not right.
Yeah, they're not right.
They're retarded.
So it's an animated series. This isn't live action.
Okay, cool. For some reason, I picture like an Office style like comedy about just like fucked up stormtroopers. Just like, oh well, I don't have an arm.
I got depression.
I got depression. It's like that would be really funny if it was like a comedic thing, but it probably won't be.
I mean, who knows? I don't even know if this takes place during the Clone Wars because I think there's a set of Bad Batch clones in Rebels that like lived through because since they're messed up, they didn't have Order 66 because Order 66.
So there are still clones out there.
Order 66 is an implant in the brain.
Yeah.
So
there are still clones.
But they're like you said, they're retarded.
They're retarded.
So, no offense to retarded people.
There's nothing offensive about it. They're retarded.
I don't know. I mean, I think there's one that like. When he shoots, like he misses every time. He's literally he's not fucked up. He's just a stormtrooper. He's a stormtrooper.
That's just being a stormtrooper.
They cloned him for the stormtrooper. Like, man.
You're like, God damn it, we made 500 of them.
It's like it's too late.
Shit. I thought the stormtroopers weren't clones though.
They're not. They're people because the clones were too expensive.
Well, maybe that's why. Maybe you should have got clones because maybe their aim's a little bit more accurate.
Yeah, because they're Django fed.
Exactly.
Who had good aim.
Fucked up.
But they're too expensive. I think actually Camino blew up.
So. You make more clones. You're fucking cloning the Emperor and shit. You make more clones.
Yeah, but like they don't do it well, obviously.
All right, yeah, they made a 7-foot tall fucking guy. 7-foot tall clone troopers.
They're easier to shoot.
Massive guns.
They're easier to shoot.
They just step on you.
The bigger targets.
7-foot
people can't step on you.
They can just punch you in the face. I'm 10 foot.
Why don't they have 1,000 Snokes?
You would think they're gonna have a lot. I mean, they did have a jar full of Snoke in Rise of Skywalker.
Why don't they have a bunch of them? Like, if they cloned them once, just do it again. And make a bunch of them.
Why did they let that clone go? Did he, like, break free?
I don't know.
And just, like, form his own fucking identity? It was like, I'm Snoke.
He's like Frankenstein, like, he made it out.
I just want to be loved.
And the Force is the only thing that loves me. It's like...
It'd be hilarious.
And then we're getting your Cassian Andor show.
Yeah, the show that everyone universally cares about.
Everybody is so excited for that show.
Yeah.
We were talking about this earlier, and nobody gives a shit about Cassian Andor.
I'm Cassian Andor.
And you said that you think they're just going to explain everything about Cassian Andor.
You say that as if I'm just making shit up. They've done this before, Devin. They've done this with every Star Wars thing they've done.
They did it with Solo.
And Rogue One.
Yeah.
Like, this is just the thing that they do now. Where they just explain away the whole universe. Everything we know about Star Wars is just going to be explained in other things. In other movies and stuff. And it's like, this is dumb. Fuck all of this, all right?
You're just like,
we need a 6-season show about how Cassian Andor met K2SO, all right?
Yeah. We need a whole 3-season show about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some of these are called limited events. I don't know what that means.
I'm sure some of it like a limited series.
Yeah. I'm going to guess Some of them are limited series, and some of them are
I'm sure
shows.
some of them are. But even then, it's like we don't need them.
This next one is something that I actually want to watch. All of these that I've mentioned so far, except for Ahsoka, I don't really care about. This one though, it's called the Acolyte. How do you fucking say that? I don't know.
Acolyte.
Do you know what this is?
Isn't that, I've heard that before? Isn't that a thing in Star Wars?
It is. It is a thing. It's a series about set in the High Republic era. So this is like way before the prequels.
Oh, this is like old Republic.
Yeah, like way.
So
before
what everyone wanted.
Yeah.
From a movie.
And it's a show. I have no idea who's in it or who's it about or whatever. The only thing we know is that the person who made Russian Doll, I've never heard of that, is in charge of this.
Who's that Jedi person with the white mask and like the hood?
Mask.
I think they're in like the Old Republic or Knights of the Old Republic.
I mean, you do not give me a good enough description.
But it's got a white mask on.
I don't know.
And it looks like a skull.
I don't know.
Put that person in this because I want to see.
I
more
think
of
I think I know. I don't know.
You know
his
who
name.
I'm talking
yeah,
about.
I don't know his name.
Is it a man? I thought it was a woman.
I don't know. You could do Darth Plagueis in this.
Do fucking what was it? Darth what's his fucking name? The dude with the
Revan or whatever.
Darth Revan. Do Darth Revan. Darth Revan's so cool.
People that want Keanu Reeves to play him for some reason.
Why does everyone want Keanu Reeves in fucking everything?
I don't know.
Y'all need to stop. Keanu Reeves is an 85-year-old man. Don't get Keanu. When did good acting go out of fashion?
People just love Keanu.
That's okay, cool. He doesn't need to be in everything.
That's true.
I'd rather have Tom Hanks as Darth Revan than fucking Keanu Reeves.
God, that'd be weird. I want somebody unknown probably to be Darth Revan.
Or just get some fuck. Get me, and I'll do it.
I'd rather
put my ass in a mask.
I'd rather have Dylan play.
And just be like, oh, I'm Darth Revan. I'll just play like Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
Dylan would be a socially awkward Jedi Sith Lord.
Like, Jedi Sith Lord.
Because isn't Darth Revan, he like flip flops?
I think he's like Count Dooku. Like,
yeah, he just goes back and forth. He'd be like, oh, I don't want to do anything. I'm like, all right.
And then we're getting the Kenobi show.
Which, by the way, I love the title of this show.
It's called Kenobi.
It's called Obi-Wan Kenobi. So such original titles in these fucking shows. Just, hey, what are we gonna call this show? I don't know. This is Kenobi.
But the big news because we already knew that. We already knew that was coming out. The big news: Hayden Christensen's returning.
Why?
What's your thoughts?
This is a dumb fucking idea. And it's not because of Hayden Christensen. I don't have any problem with Hayden Christensen. He's a person. I don't hate him.
But like, what's the point in bringing him
why
back?
is Darth Vader in the show?
I don't know.
If they're setting up some kind of reuniting fight between them, we already know neither of them are gonna die because we know how their shit ends, and we know how Obi-Wan dies. That's why this whole show is fucking pointless. Because no matter what adventure he goes on in the show, there's gonna be zero tension. There's gonna be zero because we know we have seen the end of Obi-Wan's story, so it's just like this random shit that I'm supposed to care about, but I don't. And then now we're gonna throw Darth Vader into the mix, and he's just gonna be like, "Hey, I'm here."
Also, I just don't know why
what the fuck
they're bringing
is this?
Hayden Christensen in, because if they're doing a voice,
we're gonna have a flashback.
But if we're doing a voice from James Earl Jones, and then is he just gonna be in the suit and that's it?
Probably, and we're gonna have a flashback.
Is he gonna take his helmet off?
To him and Obi-Wan.
He's gonna like have a minute where he's like,
we might.
He turns good for a second. He's like, Obi-Wan.
No, he takes his mask off.
I mean,
he could just be chilling in his little Death Star throne just with his mask off.
His little
we've seen that before.
pod or whatever.
Yeah, we've seen that before.
Still
and I'm sure we'll have some flashbacks of them actually like.
You think so?
Having a relationship that they tease.
Then why don't you just do that show?
That sounds interesting.
Do Obi-Wan,
because it's kind of what the Clone Wars is doing, right? Where it's like building out their relationship a little bit.
It is,
and actually like giving.
You can still just do a random show where they do stuff,
but we gotta have it just be about Obi-Wan farting around in the woods.
Which I love Obi-Wan. He's one of my favorite characters.
That's fine. He's
in
a little
Star
boring.
Wars. He's one of my favorite characters in Star Wars.
He's alright. Darth Vader's my fucking favorite.
Well, you're getting him.
I don't want him.
You're getting more of him.
I don't want him.
It's too bad. You're getting more of him.
We got just enough of him in Rogue One. Now they're gonna shove him down everybody's throat.
Yeah, he was badass in Rogue One.
He was.
Fucking murdered everyone.
And he had a dumb pun.
Don't choke on your own aspirations.
Don't choke on your aspirations.
Yeah, he had a dad joke.
It's like, fuck off, Darth Vader.
Dad joke.
I would have told Darth Vader to shut up.
No, you would die.
Shut up, Darth Vader.
He would literally chuck his lightsaber from across the room.
If I'm dead, I'm the only person that told Darth Vader to go fuck himself.
Now that one guy did in episode 4, and he almost died.
Yeah, and Darth Vader choked him.
He almost died.
Yeah.
Tarkin's the only reason he didn't die.
I was like, Vader, stop it. And he was like, all right, fine.
So I kind of like that guy.
That guy, he's a shithead, but he gets the job done.
He makes my coffee good every morning.
He makes the best goddamn coffee. This motherfucker, he puts just enough sugar and just enough cream into it, and then he like puts the little cream into a flour.
Yeah.
I need that.
I need that guy. Maybe later.
Maybe later. Not yet.
We're going to get a random scene after episode 4 where Darth Vader kills that guy because
Oh my god.
Tarkin's gone.
He's like,
I remember you fuck.
fuck your coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
Fuck, I can't drink anything.
You bastard.
I'm a robot.
Anyways, next, a droid story.
Hold on. Do you think they're gonna have a no callback?
A what callback?
No.
I hope not.
I think they will.
Why would I? Why?
Cause the fucking Mandalorian's all like self-aware and shit. I think they're gonna just do that with Star Wars from now on. Everyone's gonna be like self-aware.
I think we could get.
He's going. Darth Vader, Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader is going to say no at some point.
I don't think so.
Whether it's goofy or not, he's gonna be like.
I think we could see Darth Vader returning to like Padme's grave.
He's gonna say that. That's fun. Make a Darth Vader show. Don't squeeze that into the Obi-Wan show.
I could see that happening.
Okay, cool. Is that just the plot of the episode? I gotta go see Padme, and then just him like moping at her grave, just like.
Obi-Wan force projects, and he's like, "You mopey bastard," and then that's it.
That's fun. This show sounds great.
I don't know. It could be about Obi-Wan learning to become a force ghost.
It's cool. We need a whole series about that.
Liam Neeson
Great.
shows up.
Cool. He'll show up like Ra's al Ghul in fucking Dark Knight Rises, where he just shows up in a cave.
Yeah.
Like Obi-Wan, listen.
He's just like, "Whoa, the fuck."
Cool. We don't need that.
I don't know. We'll see. I still don't know what the show's about. So we'll see.
It's gonna be about nothing.
Next, we're getting a droid story.
Cool. Is this animated?
No,
Oh, this is live action.
based on what I know of, yeah. It doesn't say it's animated.
That sounds very expensive.
It says it will feature a new hero along with R2-D2 and C-3PO.
Okay,
so.
this sounds like a reboot of Star Wars Droids, which was an animated series from like, the 80s, and I heard it was terrible. Why do we need this? When does this take place? Why is C-3PO and R2-D2 just by themselves? Just farting around going
They
on
didn't say
adventures?
nothing. They just said that this show's happening.
Okay, cool.
Don't know
They-
when
this,
it is.
This is going to be the ultimate, hey, we need to sell toys show.
Oh, yeah.
That's all this is going to be.
Could take place during the sequels, and they got that little
Are they going to...
Rolly dude.
Are they going to fucking have an entire show to explain C-3PO's red arm? Are you fucking kidding me?
Could be. Could be.
I hate Star Wars.
It could be leading up to 7 and like R2-D2 shuts down. Who knows?
I fucking hate Star Wars.
Who knows?
All this is
It
dumb.
would make sense because if the new character, because there's a comic that says some robot sacrificed himself and then C-3PO took his red arm. It says there's a.
But they did that. They wrote that story because Force Awakens gave him a red arm
Yeah.
for some fucking reason. Why?
I don't know.
That's not how you tell a story. And also, who gives a shit if his arm's red? We don't need a 13 episode limited series to fucking build up to this one moment in Force Awakens that didn't make any fucking sense.
He had a silver leg in the original.
Yeah, and
cared.
no one explained it. People didn't even know that up until like 2013, and they were like, "Wait, what?" So who gives a shit? He had a red arm.
No one cared.
He doesn't anymore. Let's move on.
Well, we're getting a whole show just for that.
Fucking Disney.
Your probably favorite show. We're getting a Lando show.
Yeah, this actually seems interesting.
Which is we haven't confirmed who's going to be in it, but it's rumored that Donald Glover and Billy
Which
D
sounds awesome.
are going to be
I
in
would
it.
love that. I would love every episode to start off with like old Billy D just like telling stories, and then it flashes back to like young hip Donald Glover like being Lando and being like doing Lando stuff. That'd be fucking awesome. Keep Han Solo's ass out of the show.
This is one of those. It's called an event series. I'm going to guess.
Okay, so it's a limited thing.
I'm going to guess it's a limited series.
That kind of sucks. I would like at least a couple seasons of this.
I don't know. Is it going to be funny or is it going to be like serious?
I think you can make it a little bit funny. I don't want it like goofy.
Because I mean, Donald Glover's a pretty goofy guy.
I mean, he can be. He was a stand-up comedian at one point.
Yeah.
But like he's also a very like talented actor.
He's
who can
goofy
do
in his one show.
dramatic stuff. Atlanta.
Yeah,
He's not the funny one in that show.
he's goofy in it though.
He's not goofy in it. Have you seen Atlanta?
What am I? Community? What am I
You're thinking
thinking?
of Community.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking
I was
of.
about to say. I was like, I don't know what the fuck show you're talking about. But that was also like years ago.
Still,
He's kind of transitioned into more like I'm an artist, and I'm dramatic now.
Yeah,
This is what artists do.
he shot America, or whatever it
He didn't shoot America.
was.
He shot a person who represented America.
So he shot America.
But this sounds really fun, and this is what they honestly should have did instead of Solo. Honestly,
But now we're getting a show instead of a movie.
that's fine.
It's going to be longer. I mean, if it's an 8-episode limited series, it'll be 40 minutes. So
have Lando go on a little side adventure. Lando's been in the movies for like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Total.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Solo bumped him up a little bit.
Sure, but even in Solo, he's not in it a whole lot. No. So,
you think anybody else will show up in this show?
We're gonna get some fucking character that we fucking seen before in this.
Like, well, who you
I don't fucking know.
Who's your guess?
Chewbacca. I don't fucking know.
That robot from Solo?
Lobot?
No, from Solo.
The droid that he's fucking.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. That's his partner.
He's dead, though.
He could build her again.
I mean, unless it takes place before Solo.
Unless it takes place before. We gotta have a love interest somewhere, Devin.
He's gotta be a robot? Like, we could get Lobot, too. Maybe that's his new...
He's fucking Lobot.
Yeah.
He's fucking everyone.
He only does robots.
Is Lobot a robot, or is he like a cyborg?
I don't know.
Lobot the robot.
I assumed he was a robot.
Because he looks like a person. He just has a little Dr. Phil robot thing on his fucking head.
I assumed he was a robot when I watched it.
I don't know. He's a character that has 0 lines and has like 2 seconds of screen time.
Yeah.
I don't think they thought about this all that much.
No, they did.
I think when they made that movie, they got an actor and then was just like, "Hey, put this on your head."
and just
stand there and do nothing.
Stand there. You're Gene's guy in the Mandalorian.
You
stand there.
You're just in the background.
And then the last one is called Star Wars Visions.
I read a little bit about this. It kind of sounds like What If.
It's an anime series. Anthology series.
Yeah. So it's like Star Wars What If.
Yeah.
Which could be neat, I guess. I don't know why it has to be anime, which means the animation is going to be fucking terrible.
You think so?
Anime, they never like deviate too much from the anime style, and I don't really like that style anyway. But it could be neat, I guess. If you like anime, cool. I don't know.
Could be neat.
It's going to be a bunch of samurai stuff, probably. But
probably.
Which could be cool. Samurai Star Wars stuff.
What's a what if you want?
What if fucking Luke Skywalker was bad?
Oh.
What if he actually like succeeded and like went to the dark side?
Yeah, they almost did that.
Yeah.
What if in episode 4 they didn't blow up the Death Star?
What if the Emperor actually just fucking died and none of this happened?
What if Jar Jar Binks never gave power?
What if Jar Jar Binks was actually a Sith? Because he was.
Because he was. I don't know. That's all Star Wars stuff though, or Lucasfilm. Sorry.
Lucasfilm.
Because we had one Indiana Jones thing. But I'm glad that wasn't a Disney Plus show because that would have been awful.
I don't give a shit.
This will be the first thing Disney actually makes though, from Indiana Jones because
which is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. So moving on to Marvel, we have a lot of shit to talk about with Marvel. Do you want to do Disney Plus or movies first?
I don't give a shit. Let's do movies.
All right, movies. So we get it. All right, I'll start from the bottom up because you know what? Fuck it. Why not?
Okay. Switch things up.
We're getting a Fantastic Four movie officially.
I heard about it.
They announced it, and they announced who's directing it. Did you hear that?
Is it Peyton Reed?
No. It's John Watts.
Peyton Reed said he wanted to do it.
Yeah.
So Marvel's like, fuck you. You're John Watts.
Who, if you doesn't know, he directed the first 3 Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
So.
Which, I mean, he's a solid director. I love his other movie, Cop Car, with Kevin Bacon. That was a really good movie.
I never seen it.
It's really good. Shea Wiggum and Kevin Bacon. And Kevin Bacon's like, you don't steal a fucking cop car. And he's like chasing all these fucking kids who steal cop cars. It's a really fucking good movie.
So yeah, it's officially happening. We're getting Fantastic Four.
Cool.
I'm excited.
Is that all the news? There's no like casting or
Nope, nothing. They just said who's directing it.
I guarantee you John Krasinski's going to be in this because everyone watched John Krasinski. Emily Blunt's probably going to be in this somewhere.
The only thing is though, do they want to be tied down for 10 plus years?
I think they'd be totally fine with that.
You think so?
I think they would love to be in the public eye for the next decade and not have to worry about work ever. Like I'm sure they would love that.
What also strikes me about
John Krasinski is doing a show currently, so he might have that might be a.
I mean, this doesn't come out until like 2022.
Well, sure, but I don't know how long.
2023 actually, I think is what it is.
I don't know how long that show's gonna last.
I don't know. The only thing that strikes me about this, with John Watts directing it, does this mean that possibly this is where the Spider-Man crossover movie is? Fantastic Four? I don't know. Because remember how our Spider-Man deal is one Spider-Man movie and a crossover movie? With like a Civil War type movie where he shows up in somebody else's movie.
I mean, it might be. I would want this to take place in the 60s, though. So Spider-Man.
I don't think this will take place in the 60s.
Fucking put it in the 60s.
I don't think this is. If Peyton
God
Reed
damn
was
it.
doing it, maybe. I don't think John Watts is putting this in the
Fuck
60s.
you, John Watts. You son of a bitch. Get Peyton Reed to do it.
He's got other things.
What the hell is Peyton Reed doing?
All right, I'll tell you.
He ain't doing a goddamn thing.
Ant-Man and the Wasp,
He's making Step
Quantumania.
Up 8 or whatever. What?
Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
That's a dumb fucking name.
That's what the
and that's a mouthful.
That's what it's called.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
Quantumania.
I'm not gonna call it that. I'm gonna call it Ant-Man 3.
That's what it is. Quantumania. It's officially in development. They're bringing back Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, Michael Douglas, Michelle Pfeiffer, and
Lawrence Fishburne.
I don't know. They didn't say Lawrence Fishburne, but they're recasting Cassie Lang.
Yeah,
from
I heard
Endgame.
about this, which is weird.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know.
Because they already recasted her
for Endgame.
And
they're
now
recasting her again from Endgame.
Dumb. Just get that girl.
Furman or whatever her name is. I don't know.
Who?
Furman is their last name.
Furman. I don't know that actress.
I think it's
just some
Furman.
fucking actress.
I think it's Furman. It's her last name. And then
Why do you know
Jonathan Majors is Kang.
Okay, that's
movie.
cool. I love Jonathan Majors. He's a really good actor.
Because I remember we talked about it before, and it was like rumor.
It was
whatever,
rumored, yeah.
but no, he's
But he's
Kang.
officially Kang.
They said it.
Okay.
He's Kang
That's
in
fine.
this movie.
Is he going to be purple?
I don't know. They didn't show him
I want him to be purple with his little Lego helmet.
with his little Lego helmet.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Oh, Thor. That we didn't get much for Thor 4, but we did get to figure out who Christian Bale's playing.
Who's Christian Bale playing?
Gore, the God Butcher.
The God Witcher? That sounds
Butcher.
really cool. Oh, I was like
The
the God
God-
Witcher. I was like, what the fuck?
The God Butcher.
Okay.
You ever seen Gore before?
I don't
What he
think
looks
so.
like? I'll show you a
I
picture.
might have, but I'm not super familiar with Thor lore. But like every now and then there's a character that I'm like, oh, I kind of recognize that guy. Does he look cool?
That's Gore.
Oh shit! That he actually looks really cool.
He's gonna be covered.
He's
in
not gonna
makeup.
look like that in the movie though.
He may. You never know.
Christian Bale's not gonna be covered in makeup. They're gonna show Christian Bale's
There's
fucking face.
another picture.
He looks really cool. So he's the villain.
He's
I'm
the
assuming?
villain.
That's cool.
He is the villain.
That's really cool. So he does have a bigger role than I initially thought. Because I was saying he was a cameo.
Would you think he was?
I thought it was just gonna be like a Matt Damon thing, where Matt Damon was in Thor Ragnarok for like a second. I thought they were just gonna, hey, Christian Bale's here, cool.
I really was hoping that he would be Kane, but you know,
I wouldn't want him to be
It's
Kane.
whatever.
I don't want him to be King. I'm glad Jonathan Majors is King.
We got one thing about Black Panther 2. They're not recasting Chadwick Boseman.
It's good.
So they said that this is a movie about the whatever it's called, the depths of Wakanda or something, or like it's about Wakanda.
It's about Wakanda. It's more about Wakanda than it is.
But they said they are introducing new characters.
Why not? So why not, instead of calling it Black Panther 2, why not just call it Wakanda?
I don't know. I think when they said they're introducing new characters, I think they're introducing a new Black Panther is what I'm assuming.
It's possible.
And then it's gonna
Maybe
be,
T'Challa has like a secret kid.
it could be like you said, set before Black Panther 1.
Do that. I would love the opening of Black Panther when it's like set in like the 80s or whatever, and like T'Chaka's running around as Black Panther, and his suit looks so fucking cool, and he's got that like the ribbon thing or whatever around him. I'm like, do that. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Black Panther running around in the 80s like doing cool shit. Like fucking A. Do that.
So that's cool. I'm
They're
glad.
not gonna do that though.
I'm kind of glad they're not recasting Chadwick. Like I'm sad too because I want to see more T'Challa, but you know it's whatever.
But if we got another T'Challa, it would probably be different.
Yeah, it'd be weird.
So it wouldn't even really be the same character.
Yeah.
It's like it would be like the Terrence Howard Don Cheadle.
Because I like
kinda
you because there are some good Black Panther comics that you can make into
There's
movies.
some awesome Black Panther comics.
But I think I would want Chadwick Boseman.
I would want
more
Chadwick
than
Boseman.
Somebody else.
Chadwick Boseman was the only person I wanted to play T'Challa.
Even if they got what's his name from Tenet,
John David Washington.
he would be great, but he wouldn't be Chadwick.
His acting style is way different. He probably wouldn't even do an accent.
Probably not.
Be like,
Probably not.
I'm John David Washington and I'm Black Panther now. You're like, all right, Denzel.
Next, this is a Disney Plus show. We're getting I Am Groot. Disney Plus show.
What is this?
It's about Baby Groot.
Is this animated?
We don't know. It's being hinted at that it's going to be animated, but it could be live action.
So is this just like a little dumb kid show?
Yeah, and
Baby Groot doesn't talk.
he's going to say I'm Groot the whole time.
That's fucking annoying. This is like the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Yeah.
No subtitles, no nothing. Just I am Groot.
I mean, other Guardians may show up in it. Who knows?
Then why make it about him?
Because it's about Groot, but they're in the background doing stuff.
No, just call it the Guardians of the Galaxy show.
Well, forgetting.
Is that happening, Tom?
Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
Fucking A, that sounds awesome.
So
Is it just like a 40-minute little thing or like Star
I don't know.
and like Drax farting around?
But this
That'd
comes
be
out
awesome.
before Guardians 3, so
That sounds fun.
yeah.
Zoe Saldana's probably not going to be in it though, which sucks.
No, but
That could be fun.
we got an official date for Guardians 3, 2023. So
damn.
I think it's May.
Another 3 years.
May-ish of 2023.
God damn it.
So yeah, that's all the Guardians news.
When did Guardians 2 come out?
2017.
So it's going to be like 6 years in between.
I mean, you can count Infinity War and Endgame as
Sure.
in between.
Sure.
That's still 20. It's 2019. That's still 4 years.
That's insane.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts, man.
Fucking nuts.
I'm pissed.
We're getting a Armor Wars.
What is this?
This is a Don Cheadle show
Why is it called Armor Wars?
because it's about Tony Stark's tech suits falling into
Of course, everything's got to be
Yeah.
about Tony Stark stuff.
falling into the hands of villains, and Don Cheadle.
So it's like Dark Avengers.
I mean, I think it's just like tech.
I thought he fucking got rid of all his tech.
Maybe not his suits per se, but his tech is.
Oh, cool. Fucking hell.
So we're getting.
Fucking
It's basically it's a
Mysterio's
War
coming
Machine
back.
show. That's what it is.
Fucking Mysterio's coming
But I don't
back.
think they wanted to call it War Machines because that
It's
sounds.
called War Machine.
Because that's.
War Machine is one of the coolest fucking names in the world.
So we're getting Armor Wars.
Armor Wars sounds like a fucking cereal.
It sounds like a game, a video game.
It sounds like a fucking bullshit computer game from the 90s. Armor Wars. That sounds lame.
We're getting an Ironheart Disney Plus show. It's officially announced.
Okay, cool.
They did cast somebody. I don't know who it is. For
What's her name?
I don't know.
Is she like just some unknown?
I mean,
Is it Rihanna or whatever?
Rihanna.
Everyone wanted Rihanna.
I don't know. I think her name's. I think maybe it does. It starts with an R. I think.
I highly doubt it's Rihanna. Rihanna's like 30.
Not Rihanna, but like Riri or something.
Well,
like
the
that.
character's name is like Riri.
Oh, maybe
Williams.
that's what I'm thinking of. Hold on. I'm
She's got just
trying to-
her name is
trying
just
to
as dumb
see
as
if I
like
can look it up
Storm's
real
name.
quick.
Storm's name is like
Is this just gonna be an Iron Man show, basically?
Yes, it's gonna be an Iron Man show with a black woman, with a black teen for the black teens out there. Now they're gonna, you know what? They're gonna market this fucking show. They're gonna be like, oh, this is the first black teenage show for the black women out there. And it's like, let's just forget about Static Shock. Let's just forget about Black Lightning. Let's just forget about Power Rangers. Let's just forget about all that stuff because those aren't Marvel.
Guys, I'm trying to see if I can find it real quick. No, I can't. Oh, Dominic Thorne is gonna play
I don't know who that is.
Riri Williams
I don't know
as
who that
Iron
is.
Man.
I'm probably not gonna care. 'Cause I'm probably not gonna watch the show. Is Tony Stark gonna come back? Because I know in the Ironheart comics he comes back as a hologram.
I'm gonna assume not, because it says that she's making her own armor and stuff like that. So I'm gonna assume that he doesn't show
Okay,
up.
cool.
Because I think Robert Downey Jr. said he's done.
Because you know it's gotta be an independent black woman that don't need no man.
We're getting a Secret Invasion show, which this sounds kind of cool.
This sounds neat. Is it just a Skrull show?
It's got Nick Fury and Talos in it. That's all we know so
So
far.
Ben Mendelsohn's gonna be fucking covered in makeup for
Yeah.
2 seasons.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
And
They,
also,
they really fucked over Ben Mendelsohn because he can never show his actual face again
nah.
as like in the character. Because in Captain Marvel when he showed his face he was playing a different like an actual character in that thing. So he's fucked. He's got to be covered in makeup forever. I feel so bad for Ben Mendelsohn.
This is also apparently Ironheart and the show are connected. I don't know how.
Nick Fury will probably show up in it and be like, "Hey, we're recruiting people."
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know why my Nick Fury sounds like Shaq.
Hey. But I'm so hyped for this Secret Invasion show.
I don't even know.
I don't think this is going to be actual Secret Invasion. I think this is going to be like setting up Secret Invasion. Like
I mean, it could be Secret Invasion. It probably won't be Secret Wars or anything.
Secret Wars and Secret Invasion are not the same thing.
They're not.
No.
Why are they both called? Why are they both secret?
Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion is the Skrulls coming in and
Yeah,
like,
Secret Invasion is Skrulls.
disguising themselves.
Secret
as-
Wars is something that takes place in space.
Well, yeah. They're both in
Nothing.
space.
Nothing to do with Skrulls though.
The Skrulls are in space right now.
Nothing to do with Secret Wars has nothing to do with Skrulls.
They're both in space right now.
Nothing to do with Skrulls.
But this is the MCU. This is different. They're both in space.
Highly doubt they're gonna call it Secret Invasion and then do Secret Wars. That'd be
They
really
might.
weird. That'd make
They
no
might, I
sense.
don't
Secret Wars is about the Beyonder grabbing random people,
I don't think they're gonna do that.
throwing
ever.
them on a planet.
I don't think they're gonna do that.
Exactly. This is why I'm hyped for Secret Invasion, not Secret Wars.
No, I
Secret
mean I don't
Invasion.
think they're gonna do the Beyonder and all that shit.
Well,
If they
I
do
mean-
a Secret Wars movie, they're gonna change it.
I'm just saying that's what it is. This is
I
obviously
don't know.
this is obviously about Skrulls if Talos is in it.
I would love like an Office style comedy where it's just like a goofy comedy. And like, hey, what are Skrulls doing in their off time? And like they're just bugging Nick Fury. Nick Fury's like, God damn it, these fucking Skrulls.
I don't know. This could be about Nick Fury and Talos learning that there's Skrulls invading different sections of the world.
That'd be cool.
Like,
because I do like how Captain Marvel set up that like maybe not all Skrulls are bad. I like that they're not all just like fucking assholes.
Like, there's a Skrull inside the White House. There's a Skrull inside Moscow.
Maybe the president's a Skrull.
The president. I mean, not you don't have to be the president, but somebody, some random fucking
Vladimir
Putin.
Putin. Are they going to introduce Super Skrull?
Don't know. Could be.
Or are they going to save that for a Fantastic Four movie?
Could be. Don't know.
Because I would love to see that.
If they're doing a real secret invasion, they would have to, because if they replace a superhero type thing, they would need a Super Skrull, I would assume, to like, because usually when they replace a superhero,
well, the main Super Skrull had all 4 abilities of Fantastic Four.
But like, if they were to like say, I don't know, pick an Avenger, somebody Hulk. If they were to replace Hulk,
like a big fucking.
They usually grab Hulk and put him like in a cell, and they do tests on him, and they put his powers inside of a Super Skrull, and that's how Super Skrulls get their powers.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that's what they would do. I don't know. But
that'd be neat.
They may save it for Fantastic Four. They may again.
They'll save Super Skrull for Fantastic.
Again, I think this show isn't gonna be Secret Invasion completely. I think this will be setting up for a movie or something. Like this will be Nick Fury possibly going into hiding, because that's usually what he does when shit goes down. He's like,
he's gone into hiding several times.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not dealing with this.
He's technically dead.
Technically.
Like he's got a grave somewhere.
Yeah, he's in space right now.
Well, yeah.
The last we saw him.
Last we saw him, he's chilling in space, barefoot. Put some fucking shoes on, Nick.
We got some She-Hulk news.
Cool.
So, Abomination and Hulk are officially returning.
Cool.
Mark Ruffalo and Tim Roth.
Oh, it's actually Tim Roth.
Yeah,
it's not.
Tim Roth is actually
just like, we got Abomination.
No, they're getting Tim Roth.
That's cool.
Actually come back, and then
so that means we're gonna see him in human form. He's not just gonna be a big CG thing.
Maybe they're just using it for his face.
That's dumb. Bring back Tim Roth, because I like Tim Roth.
And then Kevin Feige, this is what he said. He's being I don't know if facetious is the right word, but what does facetious mean?
Fishy.
No, not fishy.
Facetious? It's like kind of sketchy. Kind of like, I'm kind of not sure.
All right. I mean, it's not. He's being like, he's playing dumb, I guess.
He's being coy.
He's being coy. Yes. He's being coy. He said, you never know who's gonna show up in She-Hulk.
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You hat wearing son of a bitch.
And it's been rumored that Charlie Cox is in talks to be in that show. I think he's kind of like, maybe.
I'd enjoy that. That'd be fucking
maybe
great.
Daredevil's gonna be in it. Maybe.
That'd be great. I don't want Daredevil in it. I want Matt Murdock in it.
Yeah, they're the same goddamn person.
No, Daredevil is him in the suit beating people up. Matt Murdock is the lawyer. I want.
You know what I mean when I say Daredevil. Matt Murdock, Daredevil.
They're two different people. It's just like Batman and Bruce Wayne. Two different people. Batman's one person. Bruce Wayne's another.
But yeah, that's cool. I'm glad we're getting Mark Ruffalo back, because
I hope he doesn't have like a big part in it, because I don't want him to like.
Is he gonna be Hulk the whole time?
He's gonna have to.
Is this after Endgame?
He's gonna have to if it's after Endgame.
I guess I don't know. Is he gonna fight Abomination again and get his ass kicked because he's not Hulk? He's Professor Hulk.
That'd be fun, and he has to get help from She-Hulk.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be really fun.
Are they gonna actually be cousins? I don't know.
I don't know, because they might be setting up for her to be like a love interest, and I know they do that in the comics, kind of where like Hulk has like a weird incest relationship.
They could do the Luke Cage route. Luke
that.
Cage and She-Hulk have dated before.
I don't know if they're gonna do. They might do that with Luke Cage, but I think they want, if they're bringing back the Netflix characters, they're gonna set up Jessica Jones and Luke Cage.
Maybe. Who knows?
Because they've already set that up.
Who knows? Haley Steinfeld is officially cast as Kate Bishop.
Yeah, we all kind of thought this.
Yeah. We all kind of knew this.
Which, I love Haley Steinfeld. I have a crush on Haley Steinfeld. She's not going to make me watch the show.
Dude, this show actually looks pretty damn good.
I don't care. I'm not going to watch it.
I've seen some behind-the-scenes photos of it.
What is it?
It looks like the Wolverine. It looks like the Wolverine. That's what it looks like.
It looks like the Wolverine?
The movie, the Wolverine.
I get that, but like, what does that mean?
Like, it looks
Jeremy
like...
Jeremy Renner's like shirtless with claws? And
no.
Like,
It looks like Jeremy Renner and Haley Steinfeld in like this slums place, like running around, like running away from people and stuff like that. Like people are after them and they're like on the run type stuff.
Cool.
That's what it reminds me.
I still don't care about Hawkeye.
doesn't matter if you don't care about Hawkeye. You can care about Kate Bishop.
I don't care about Kate Bishop. She's just as boring as Hawkeye.
Again, and it's official. Hawkeye does go deaf or semi-deaf in this show somehow. I don't know, because there's a picture of him at some clinic.
Unless that's going to be a story arc, it's unnecessary.
I'm assuming it's going to be.
I can't hear the winds around me to shoot my bow. I don't know how.
I'm assuming it's going to be a story thing.
It better be. It better not just be. Oh, I'm dead. I got this thing on my fucking ear now.
Hawkeye could die. Who knows?
He might. I don't know.
He's got a family. I think he just retire again.
He's retired like twice already. He needs to just commit.
Commit, Hawkeye.
God damn it, Hawkeye.
We're getting Captain Marvel 2, which we knew, and Miss Marvel is officially going to be in that. So.
Okay.
That's pretty cool because Miss Marvel is a big fanboy of Captain Marvel.
That's neat. I don't know. That's the one thing that I think is it might hurt some of these shows. Not for me really, because I'm gonna watch most of this stuff and I'm gonna follow most of this stuff anyway. But for like people who aren't like gonna watch all of this and they just want to like watch a show or like a movie, they're not gonna quite like, who's this person? Who is it? Like they're not gonna know who this person is, and I think that's kind of. It's the same thing with Star Wars, where there's just all this shit, and it's all gonna like tie into each other, and you're not gonna. Normal average Joes aren't gonna sit down and watch, 3 seasons of The Mandalorian and then 4 seasons of Ahsoka and like to make all this shit make sense. They're just gonna watch something, so this might kind of confuse people.
I don't know. They've introduced characters without origin stories before.
Yes, but this character has an origin story, and they're going to assume going into that movie that you know that.
I don't know. They may not.
Like with in-game, they assume that everyone.
Also, how big of a role is Miss Marvel going to be in that movie?
I'm sure it'll be like a buddy cop thing.
You think so? A little kid with.
That's going to be the thing. She's going to be the little kid, and Captain Marvel's like, "Shut the fuck up, kid."
I don't know. I thought Captain Marvel 2 would still be like an off-planet thing.
I would want it to be. I would want it to be just kind of its own.
That's why I would think that it'd be more of like they just kind of meet, hang out. And
it could be just be a little small cameo thing, but I feel like if Miss Marvel does really well. When the show comes out, they're going to make her a big part of the movie.
I was going to say, Miss Marvel comes out before.
It'll be a homecoming thing, where like Tony shows up and he's like, "Listen, kid, you don't know shit."
Maybe, I don't know.
It'll be that. It'll be a buddy cop movie, but with girls.
I don't know. It's also kind of weird that she doesn't meet Captain Marvel before she becomes Miss Marvel. That's a little weird to me, because usually that's like her whole... But usually in the comics,
hey, Captain Marvel's cool.
It's kind of like her inspiration when she gets her powers to be a superhero. It's like, Captain Marvel's cool. People know about Captain Marvel now?
I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know. That's a good question. Because she's only been like been farting around on Earth for like a couple weeks. Well, I mean, she has been around for like 5 years at least. So I'm sure.
But she's been off world usually.
I'm sure. Yeah, but I'm sure she's popped into Earth a couple times. Been like, hey, I'm Captain Marvel, and fucks off. Maybe. So maybe I don't know. But I don't think that's that weird. I think it's just she looks up to this woman who, she's a hero. She looks up to her. She's like, I want to be that. She didn't have to meet him. Like, I think that's fine.
I guess. I mean, people do that with real life.
Yeah, people do that now.
I don't know. I'm kind of excited for the Miss Marvel show. This show seems pretty neat.
Does it? I don't know what it is. Is it just like a teen drama, like a teeny bopper thing? With superpowers?
I don't know.
Is it like Power Rangers?
Power Rangers?
Or it's like a teen with attitude.
It's probably going to be more about Inhumans than anything.
Fuck the Inhumans.
Because she's an Inhuman.
Fuck the Inhumans.
So we'll see.
Is she going to get her powers from the snap or whatever? Is that what it's... Or is she just going to be an Inhuman?
They've said that there's going to be Inhumans in the show, so I'm assuming she's going to be Inhuman. So I guess that means Black Bolt's out there somewhere, farting around.
They're on the moon.
On the moon? It's usually where they are. So.
Is it the same Black Bolt from the show?
I don't think that show's canon.
It was, goddammit.
It may be.
It was. They said it was a part of the...
But, like...
It was an ABC show. It's canon.
They're still kind of like, don't know.
Well, now that it sucks, probably not. It was.
I don't know. And then finally, a lot of Spider-Man 3 stuff. Talk about Jesus Christ. So officially, we got Charlie Cox.
Well, Doctor Strange, too.
What about Doctor Strange?
Sam Raimi's officially attached.
We knew that already.
And Tobey Maguire apparently might show up in it.
That's why I was going to talk about Spider-Man 3 first. Wait.
But this is a different movie. It's not Spider-Man 3.
I know. Talking about Spider-Man 3 first.
Let's talk about Spider-Man 3.
Because it comes out before Doctor Strange.
Talk about Spider-Man 3.
All right. We got Charlie Cox officially coming back as Daredevil for Spider-Man 3.
fucking really cool.
We don't know if
This is the only thing I care about, by the way. I care about any of this other shit.
We don't know if this is Netflix Daredevil or if it's a new version of Daredevil.
I don't
What do you want from this?
I would love... I've said this before, where it's like, it doesn't really matter to me if the show is canon to the MCU or not, because the show is still a really good show, and it being connected doesn't really matter. It doesn't affect the quality of the show. It would be cool if it was, but even if this is just like a different Daredevil, it's cool that Charlie Cox is getting the chance to come back and be Daredevil again, because for a while we were like, he might not be coming back, and they might recast Daredevil, and that kind of sucks because Charlie Cox is awesome. So as long as he's coming back, that's fine. I don't really
As of right now, he's the only Netflix character to be returning.
Yeah.
I think they'll bring back others.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Because if his show is canon, that means all the shows are canon.
Yeah.
So
yeah, which just make him fucking canon. Like, just who gives a shit?
Right.
Maybe recast Finn Jones or just make him good.
I think.
That's all you gotta do.
I think.
Write a better Iron Fist, and it'll be fine.
I think he could be a good Iron Fist.
Yeah, he could be.
Get him a better either a stunt double.
Don't even do it. Just give him more time to practice it. Don't give him 20 minutes before you start shooting.
I was gonna say either give him a stunt double or let him practice more.
Yeah.
One or the other.
Yeah.
And don't make Iron Fist an idiot.
And don't make it ultra serious. That was the flaw with season 1.
Do a Heroes for Hire.
Oh man. Yes. Why isn't that a Disney Plus show? That'd be the perfect thing to put on Disney Plus.
It would be.
Luke Cage and Iron Fist farting around.
Yeah. Bring back Mike Coulter. Mike Coulter
was a good Luke Cage.
He was, and
he was improving as the show went on. Because season 1 he was kind of like,
I don't know how you tie that into the Netflix shows. I don't care. I just want a Heroes for Hire show because I know
they've teamed up.
But I know how Luke Cage is kind of like a villain at the end of his season.
They could either ignore that or they could just give us one season of Jessica Jones where they got to take down Luke Cage, and then at the end he's like, oh, I'm good again, and then they make the Heroes for Hire show. They could fucking easily just
I don't know.
Get rid of that.
Because at the end of Iron Fist season 2, we got both his fists.
I mean, it's not really said in.
Give him his goddamn suit also if you're bringing back.
Yeah, give Luke Cage or Iron Fist his fucking suit. It's never really said at the end of Luke Cage that he's a villain.
He's running like a
mob thing, but maybe he changed that and he's making it cleaner and like whatever.
He's like, I'm taking a mob down from within.
Maybe he's just like tricking everybody or whatever. We don't know because the show fucking ended. So they could bring it back and just be like, whatever.
I just want John Barthol and Vincent D'Onofrio back.
We'll get even if we don't get the other Netflix shows, they'll bring back John Barthol and Vincent D'Onofrio because everybody likes them.
That's all I want.
Everybody likes them.
I got Charlie Cox. I just want those two, and then I'll live.
We'll get them.
I'll die happy.
We'll get them again.
I'll die happy. Who else is attached to this? Andrew Garfield officially.
Who isn't? Everyone who's ever been in a movie is attached to this.
Andrew Garfield officially. Are you? How you feel about that?
Andrew Garfield gets a bad rap. He's a good Spider-Man. he is. His movies might be whatever, but he's a good Spider-Man, and I like him.
I'll agree with that.
And I think he got a raw deal.
He's a bad Peter Parker, but he's a good Spider.
I don't give a flying fuck. I like him in the suit. I think his voice is perfect. I think his like mannerisms and shit is perfect. I think his quips are perfect. I
knew months ago.
He's not a bad Peter Parker. He's a good Ultimate Spider-Man.
Sure.
Because that's what Ultimate Spider-Man is.
Sure. I knew months ago when they were rumored that to be in like talks of coming back. I knew Andrew would definitely hop on before
Andrew Garfield. Like he would get his phone and they'd be like, "Hey Andrew, it's Kevin Feige." Yes. Like he would just say yes immediately. And they'd be like, "We didn't even tell you what. I don't care. Yes, I'm coming.
I'm there. I'll be there.
I'm there day one." It's like we just wanted some like advice on some stuff. Too bad I'm there. I'm coming.
You hired me.
I'm gonna be on set.
That's how this works. We're done.
And give me $5. That's all you gotta do.
Just hangs up.
He would jump at the bit.
Oh, dude. Because I know he talks about all the time that he would easily come back Spider-Man.
Yeah, because he was he's been very open about how he was like heartbroken that his Spider-Man run
with him officially coming back. I hope they tie up his movies just a little bit.
Just a little bit, yeah. Just like a sentence, everything. You know, I beat up a guy in a mech suit and then I
now I'm Spider-Man.
Now I'm Spider-Man. My girlfriend's still dead.
Yeah, which Emma Stone is on the fence on coming back. We don't know.
She doesn't need to come back.
It's not official that she's coming back.
She doesn't need to come back.
The only reason is she has scheduling conflicts, so don't know.
She doesn't need to come back.
I
would love Emma Stone in the MCU because I love Emma Stone, but she doesn't need to.
She's Spider-Gwen.
How many fucking again? Like I was saying earlier, we're gonna have like 10 Spider-Man running around in the MCU all at once. That's not fun. That's not gonna be fun.
But I don't think they'll stay in the MCU.
even if there's one movie where they all have to like team up and like go fight Dr. Octopus or whatever, that's not fun because there's 10 of them and they all kind of do the same thing and there's 10 ultra powerful spider people running around. That's not in New York. Like there's a lot.
It could be a nice little thing though to have Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone meet again, even if they're from different universes.
That would be fun, and that might be what they do. They might be like traveling through dimensions, and then he sees her, and he's like, "Whoa, there's Gwen."
Because in Spider-Gwen's universe, Peter Parker dies.
Dead, yeah. So that could be fun.
They could do that.
I don't know.
Tobey Maguire is not officially on this yet.
Not yet, because he's being a grump.
He's asking for a lot of money, and
you're not gonna get it. Toby.
Sony's just like, I don't know if you're worth $15
You're not gonna
million.
get it. You're acting like you're fucking like Leo.
You're acting like you're Robert Downey Jr.
You're acting like you're fucking RDJ. You're Tobey Maguire. I know you were like Spider-Man and all that, but that was 20 years ago. Nobody cares about you anymore. You haven't done shit since. Take what they'll give you and shut up.
Just do it.
And maybe you'll be famous again after this.
I mean, people want you back, so
people want you back.
Just do it.
And maybe if this does well, you could get a Spider-Man 4. You dumb fuck.
You could become relevant again.
You could be relevant again. People might actually care about you again.
What makes me think that he is going to be coming back is Kirsten Dunst is officially on this cast list.
Which is weird. She doesn't need to come back as well. What is she going to do in the movie if she shows up?
I don't know.
Oh, Peter, save me.
Which it'd be funny as hell if they recast Toby because he doesn't.
Oh my god.
Because he doesn't sign.
Oh my. Could you? Fuck. They get Jake Gyllenhaal.
He's Mysterio.
Doesn't matter. He was gonna be Spider-Man in Spider-Man 2. That'd be fucking hilarious.
That'd be hilarious.
I honestly don't think people would notice. I think people would be like, oh, they look enough alike. All right, whatever. Or they get Topher Grace.
Oh god.
And have him be Spider-Man. Fucking hell.
Imagine Toby's so stubborn. He's like, and they're just like, fuck you.
I don't know if I want to come back and be one of the most iconic characters ever.
Fuck you. We'll recast you. It's like, whoa.
We'll get Terry Crews.
He thought he had the leverage, and then.
Who is Tobey Maguire to have leverage on one of the biggest studios in the fucking world?
He was Spider-Man.
You're a fucking nobody, Toby. You were Spider-Man. You're not Spider-Man anymore. You're just some fuck.
Be like Andrew and just fucking go with it.
Tobey Maguire is a notorious asshole. So this makes sense.
I've seen videos of him like getting out of his car yelling at people.
He's a notorious asshole. Have you seen the movie Molly's Game?
No.
There's Michael Cera's character in that movie is supposedly based off of Tobey Maguire, and he's like a big asshole in that. He's a very kind of known dickhead. So this makes perfect sense.
I was Spider-Man, damn it.
Don't you know who I am? It's like, no, not really. I was Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were.
Oh, I thought that was the little Tom Holland boy.
It's like no.
What about the dude from that Martin Scorsese movie?
It's like no. 20 years ago.
Oh, well, that's not important. That was
it was 20 years ago.
That's like Michael Keaton coming up and being like, "Don't you know who I am?" I was like, "No, not really."
No, your voice
40 fucking years ago.
Your voice sounds a little familiar. You're Vulture, right? It's like
you're Beetlejuice. It's like, well,
you're
yeah.
Beetlejuice.
Well, yeah, but you're Ray Kroc from the founder.
It'd be great. So somebody's like, "Yeah, I don't know anything, but I know you're from the founder."
From the founder. You're from that McDonald's movie. That's a good movie.
Great. Continuing with official cast, Jamie Foxx, which we knew. He was being weird about it. He was like, I don't know if I'm going to be in it.
You're in it, Jamie.
Yeah, he's going to be in it. And I'm going to see if I can pronounce his name right. Alfred Molina.
God damn it. It's not a hard name to pronounce.
I just can't remember.
Alfred Milani.
You just said Molina.
It's Alfred Molina. I was making
okay.
Alfred Molina.
Alfred Molina is officially on. He was rumored.
Which this is interesting because when they announced Jamie Foxx was in it originally, they said he was playing a different Electro.
Yeah, he said he wouldn't be
now. Not true.
I don't know.
Because if he's the same Electro, you can't just not be blue.
I think we were talking about this earlier, and I think these might be MCU's Electro and Doc Ock, but they just look like the same versions of different universes.
That's gonna be so weird.
I don't know.
That's very bizarre.
Couldn't tell you.
That's fucking strange. Why does everyone look the same except for the Spider-Man? Jameson looks the same. Fucking Otto Octavius looks the same. Electro looks the fucking same.
That's the only difference in the universe. Is that there's no
Spider-Man.
Avengers in the other ones.
We don't know that.
I mean, we don't think
Doctor Strange is in Raimiverse.
True. That again. We'll get to the Doctor Strange stuff once we get done with Spider-Man stuff. Other rumored people: Willem Dafoe. Why?
I'm sure he saw Aquaman and was like, I need to be in a real good superhero movie. Please put me in this.
I don't know. Whoever the guy is that plays Green Goblin and
Dane DeHaan.
he's rumored to be.
I like Dane DeHaan. He's not a good Green Goblin, but I like him.
He's rumored to be in this.
He doesn't.
I don't know.
He has no business being in this.
I'm trying to think if anybody else is rumored to be in
Fucking
this.
emo hair.
I think that's it. They haven't said anything about Topher Grace or anything. Tom Hardy is rumored to be a cameo in this. The Spider-Man PS4 guy who does the mocap stuff for that, he's rumored to be
Miles.
in this. It's Peter. The Peter
Oh,
version.
really?
They haven't said anything about Miles. So
that's weird. That's bizarre.
It's rumored. It's not official, so I don't think that'll happen, but it could.
That's we're getting into animated Spider-Verse territory where they were like, oh, we're gonna do Japanese Spider-Man. That's a goofy universe though, where you can do that. The MCU.
It's a little more grounded.
The MCU is like, they're getting kind of crazy with there's a fucking talking raccoon in like a tree, but it's as grounded as it can possibly be. This is getting a little like, oh, we're bringing in the video games and we're bringing in the comics and we're gonna get Japanese Spider-Man and we're gonna get Spider-Ham and we're gonna get all these fucking Spider-Men. It's like, stop,
calm down,
chill. Make one movie, bring in maybe Toby, maybe Andrew, maybe both of them. That's it. And then you build to the Spider-Man universe within the MCU universe, all right? You're putting all of this in one movie, which is what makes me think this is a Sony move and not an MCU. Because I don't think Kevin Feige would put all of this stuff. I think he would...
I think Kevin Feige does have say if they can do some of this stuff, though, don't you think?
I'm sure he has say, but if they have more control, they can just ignore him and just fuck you. Because he's had say on pretty much every Marvel movie that's come out since, like, X-Men. But they don't have to listen to him because he's not.
I mean, MCU stuff they do.
Well, MCU, yeah, but like X-Men, he would give notes on X-Men movies and stuff. They don't have to listen to that.
No.
So Sony could just be like, all right, fuck you, we're making our movie. But like, because Kevin Feige, I feel like would tease it in Spider-Man 3 at the very end. There'd be a portal open up and Doctor Strange steps out of it. He's like, "You're Spider-Man, right? There's something I gotta tell you." And then fucking Tobey Maguire fucking waddles out. And he's like, "There's another one." And that would be a big holy fuck moment.
Because I've heard a lot of rumors that these are all cameos, and even Toby and Andrew.
If all of these are cameos, that's fucking lame.
But I think this.
Why do this at that point?
I think this is like we were talking about earlier today. This could be set up for Spider-Man 4. I think.
Then just save it for Spider-Man 4.
True. Maybe that's what people are thinking. This is Spider-Man 3 stuff, and they're all signing for Spider-Man 4.
Maybe.
I don't know, because Kevin Feige hasn't come out and said anything. This is all Sony scoopers,
speculation and stuff. But Andrew Garfield's the only one who's been like, "Yeah, I'm in it."
Andrew Garfield and Kirsten Dunst have both said.
See, that's weird.
Alfred Molina, and Jamie Foxx. Those are all the ones that are like confirmed. Toby.
Imagine if it was just them.
That'd be weird.
Kirsten Dunst and Andrew Garfield.
Emma Stone and Toby were in talks. Toby showed up in an LA Sony studio to get a costume fitting, and everybody's like, "Okay, that's it."
That doesn't mean anything for anything. That could be for any movie.
I was gonna say
you have to costume fit for every movie you're in.
But everybody's like, "Oh, he's going to be a Spider-Man."
Fucking morons.
But Emma Stone and Toby are both in talks currently.
Okay. So I'd be fine if Emma Stone's in it as Spider-Man, but she doesn't need to be in it. I'm not gonna be like I'm not gonna be sitting in there and be like, "Who the fuck is Emma Stone?" I don't care. But there's too much. There's way too much. I already don't like that Doctor Strange is in this. I don't want another mentor figure for Spider-Man. I think the whole kind of
plot... if they're pulling a Spider-Verse and they're using Doctor Strange as it makes sense. Like he's the one like
he can help Spider-Man.
He doesn't need to be the mentor. Not helping, but he's pulling these Spider-Men from the other Spider-Man universes. Like he's doing that.
That's fine.
That would make sense.
He doesn't need to be a mentor though. I don't like him.
It wouldn't make sense for him to be a mentor. They don't do the same.
They've said that he's going to be the mentor.
They could say whatever they want. That doesn't mean that's what officially it's going to happen.
I feel like that's what they're going to do.
Until I see a trailer.
That's what they said he was
Until I see a trailer that like shows them.
Like replace Tony
it doesn't make
Stark
sense though. They don't do the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense.
Doctor Strange does multiverse stuff. Spider-Man does New York stuff.
I don't think like powers and stuff. I think it's just gonna be like, oh, he's experienced. He's got the thing, and
Doctor Strange isn't even really that experienced compared to Spider-Man.
He's been doing his thing for a while. He was trapped in that time with Dormammu for like 1,000,000 years.
What's he gonna show him? Hey, magic.
Magic. He just shows him a card trick. Magic. I don't know. I think he'll be like the mentor who doesn't want to be the mentor. He's kind of standoffish. He's like, "Fuck you, Spider-Man."
I don't think he's.
They gotta help, but then
I don't think he's gonna be a mentor.
I don't want him to be. I don't want him to be in this fucking movie.
I mean, and then it's obvious the returning cast of the other Spider-Man movies are coming back also.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be a huge fucking cast.
MJ, Spider-Man, Ned,
they're a big fucking cast. This is insane. Ned's fucking jacked apparently, which is weird.
He's not jacked. He's skinny.
Okay, I'm sure he's got some abs. All right, he's got that Marvel money.
Yeah, maybe.
If I had that Marvel money,
still don't know who the villain is for this movie.
It's like you said. It's probably Electro or.
But I know we were talking about this earlier. John Watts, he wanted Kraven and Scorpion. And
see, this is why I'm thinking.
Movie.
This is why I'm thinking this is a Sony move because they've done this before, where Sam Raimi was like, I just want to do Sandman and like maybe Vulture for. Well, I think he wanted to do Sandman for 3 and then Vulture for 4. Yeah. And then they were like, no, you got to put Venom and New Goblin in 3. And he was like, all right, I don't want to do that, but I got to. This sounds like the same thing that's happening with John Watts, where John Watts like, I want to do Kraven and Scorpion and maybe have a little Daredevil cameo in there. And they're like, fuck you, you're doing Spider-Verse. And I don't know how that's going to
work Kevin Feige's just over there whispering to John Watts like, hey, if you do this, we'll give you Fantastic Four.
We'll let you make what you want to make.
Just do this.
And you won't have to listen to these crazy fucks.
It's like, we're working on spying Spider-Man, don't worry. Like,
we're working on it. It's like, well, hurry before they make this because it's going to ruin everything.
He's probably just sitting there like, I don't know what I'm going to do, but...
I don't know. Yeah, Kevin Feige's sitting in an office somewhere just like writing all this shit down. Just like, what do we do?
He's hearing all these things Sony is doing and he's just making a giant list and he's like, holy shit.
Like, fuck. We don't have enough money.
We don't have enough money.
This is going to be the most expensive movie in the world.
I mean, I think if Toby, Andrew, and Tom Holland all officially signed for... I mean, 2 of them have. If Toby officially signs for this movie, it makes $1 billion no matter what. I think so.
I think you put one Spider-Man in this. Andrew Garfield alone is going to get it to $1 billion. Even though people didn't really like him, it's Spider-Man, and it's another Spider-Man that people know. That's going to be fucking... Imagine if you were sitting in the theater, we didn't know any of this. And then, like, after credit scene happens, Doctor Strange comes out, he's like, I got something to tell you, Spider-Man. And then fucking Andrew Garfield comes out. People would fucking lose their goddamn minds. They'd be like, whoa!
It'd be like J.K. Simmons, but even crazier.
Yeah, they'd be like, holy shit! You brought back Andrew Garfield. That's cool as fuck. His movie sucked, but that's cool. Either way, if they bring back Tobey Maguire, it'd be even bigger. But I think if you brought back one of them, I think it'd be just as crazy.
I don't know. I do not know.
We don't need all of them in one movie at the same time.
I'm just excited we're getting Daredevil.
Along with every supporting cast. Is Rosemary Harris going to fucking show up in this?
Who's that?
She's the first Aunt May.
Oh,
Is Sally Field going to show up in this? It seems like everyone else is showing up in it, so why the fuck not?
I don't know.
Hashtag bring back Martin Sheen.
Where's the lizard?
Where's Dr. Connors?
Where's Topher Grace?
Where's Topher Grace? Where's Elizabeth Banks?
I don't know Sandman guy's name, but where's Sandman?
Thomas Hayden Church. Where's Thomas Hayden Church? He's farting around somewhere.
He is. He's still alive. Of all the villains of Spider-Man, he's the one who got away. Still alive. And that Rhino.
Spider-Man stupidly let go.
And Rhino, so that we know of.
Oh, Rhino got hit in the face with a fucking manhole cover. He's probably dead.
So
Spider-Man murdered him in front of a live audience.
That little kid's like, oh my god,
holy shit!
His brain looks like Jello.
Oh my god, morbid. That little kid, by the way, was Tom Holland.
Oh god, they plucked him from there.
It's like the kid from Iron Man 2. Yeah. Every little kid in every superhero movie is
Tom Holland. It's like, it's not even Spider-Man Tom Holland. It's just Tom Holland.
It doesn't matter. It's Tom Holland.
It's actually Tom Holland.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's Tom Holland.
And then piggybacking off Spider-Man 3, Doctor Strange 2 may have Tobey Maguire. It's a rumor.
Which makes sense because Sam Raimi.
Sam
Raimi's a crazy
Plus, it's probably going to be about Doctor Strange bouncing around multiverses.
So. Yeah. And this is, if they were smart and if Marvel got to do what the fuck they wanted and not have Sony interfere, they would have just... I don't think they would have even done a Spider-Verse movie, at least not this soon. Like, I think they would wait to, like, introduce Miles before they started doing all the Spider-Verse stuff. They would have just... They wouldn't have said anything. They would have just had Doctor Strange 2, and then Doctor Strange goes to the Raimiverse for, like 10 minutes, and then comes out, and that... People would have lost their shit.
We know Sony's PR. They announce everything.
Yeah, I know. Sony, they haven't learned
that's their
fucking
thing.
Lesson.
That's what they do.
Because they think that people want to hear all this stuff beforehand. And it's like, I guess they do because it's fun to talk about, but I like to sit in the theater and not know what the fuck this movie's going to be about. but whatever. I guess Japanese people have a different mentality.
I guess. I don't know. It sounds like a PR nightmare.
Oh fuck! Whoever does the PR at Sony needs to be fired.
You think it's one guy? Like one
It's
dude?
a couple people, but they need to be fired. I would like it's one guy just being like, Tobey Maguire's in it. he's like a crazy man at a bar. Like Tobey Maguire's in it. Andrew Garfield's
People are like, calm down.
It's like, bro, shut up. Nobody believes you.
Nobody believes you. He's like, no, it's happening.
It's happening. Everything. Everything we've ever been working on. It's coming to this. It's like,
I don't know.
Whatever.
Apparently, this is breaking news.
Oh my god. You get an alert on your phone?
Yeah, I just got a little notification.
Spider-Man alert?
It's not about Spider-Man. It's about Thor.
Fuck.
It's
Chris
nothing.
Hemsworth die?
No, it's nothing like crazy. Jamie Alexander, you know who that is?
Sif.
She's coming back in Loki and Thor 4.
That's fun, because she wasn't in Thor Ragnarok for some fucking reason.
No, but she's coming
Everyone
back.
else was, but for some reason she was just gone.
She's come back in both. Breaking news. Literally
That's fun.
just popped up on my phone.
What is she doing in Loki?
I don't know. Speaking of Loki, let's talk about the Loki trailer.
Oh yeah, we got trailers.
We got 3 trailers to talk about.
Yeah.
3?
That I didn't watch.
3 trailers. I watched all of them. I didn't watch the Miss Marvel one because that's not a trailer.
It was just like, hey, Miss Marvel's coming.
It's a sizzle is what they called it.
A sizzle reel.
Yeah. So I guess we'll talk about Loki first. Loki looks fucking great. I don't care what you say.
I'm not pooping on it.
I
didn't
don't
say it
care.
looked bad. I haven't seen
I don't
anything
care.
from it.
It looks great. It looks so fun.
I just don't have any interest in it because I'm just like, all right.
So
Loki's dead and I don't care.
So like the beginning of the trailer, they just kind of show Loki from Endgame, just like popping, and then he shows up, and then Owen Wilson is there. Wow. And
He better do that in the fucking show.
Owen Wilson is there, and Loki's like, "Are you gonna murder me or whatever?" And Owen Wilson's like, "Nah, we're just gonna talk." And Loki's like, "I don't like to talk." And Owen Wilson's like, "That was a fucking lie. You love to talk. You love to talk."
He loves talking.
And then it kind of like we get the typical Marvel, like it does like a bunch of random shots. Yeah, there's a bunch of random shots of stuff. There was one shot which I think was female Loki. I couldn't tell. It was from a distance. It wasn't close up. So I know we are getting a female Loki in this.
Why?
Because it's the multiverse. It's gonna be a different Loki from a different universe. So I think we saw that. He popped into a universe where New York is
gonna bang himself.
That'd be weird.
I mean, it's Loki. He's obsessed with himself anyway.
He popped into a universe where New York is destroyed. I'm assuming from the nuke from Avengers 1. Like, Tony didn't stop it. The nuke actually went off. Because you see New York is, like, leveled, basically. I don't know what he's doing there.
That would be fun if the whole show was him. He finds that fucking place and then just takes over the world. And he's just like this king. That would be fucking cool.
He's king of that planet?
He's king of New York or some shit. What happened to the rest of the fucking planet? Manhattan's wiped off the map.
Did he die, though, from the nuke? Like, did that version of Loki die?
That version of Loki would probably still be alive. Maybe.
I mean,
well, no, because he was still farting around in Avengers Tower because they captured him at the end. So he might have died. Who knows?
That's what I'm saying. Like, so if that version of Loki...
If he didn't die, this new Loki would fucking kill him. He'd be like, fuck you, I'm taking this over, alright? Sorry, but...
So if he lived, that means that Thor lived in that universe, too, because...
Maybe.
I don't know, can Thor survive a nuke?
Is Thor nuke-proof?
I don't know.
Wolverine's nuke-proof.
I would assume Hulk would be, so Hulk would be so far around.
Maybe. He gets stronger.
Cap's dead.
Cap's dead. Cap's fucked.
So's Iron Man.
Iron Man's
dead.
fucked. Black Widow's fucked. Hawkeye's definitely fucked.
Yeah.
Everyone's fucked.
Thor and Hulk may live, though.
I don't know if Thor's nuke-proof. Like, you toss a nuke at that motherfucker.
Hulk most definitely is.
Hulk is. He's made of nukes.
Yeah. I don't know if Thor is, though.
No,
I mean, he got hit by a sun. I mean, I would assume Thor's nuke-proof. In Infinity War, he got
But was he
blasted by a
nuke-proof
sun.
by the time of Avengers? I just feel like he's like...
You think he's
got
evolved?
more powerful. He might be
It's like a Pokemon.
Yeah. He got stronger. The more buff Chris Hemsworth gets, the more powerful Thor is. All right.
I don't know. 2 other things that happened in this trailer, which I thought were cool. We saw the Council of Kangs, so that means Kang is going to be in this.
Oh, shit.
It's not going to be Jonathan Majors, I don't think, is in this, because the Council of Kangs are different versions of Kangs in different universes, so they have different people playing them, obviously. Jonathan Majors maybe show up in it as like the main Kang.
He might.
Or not the main Kang, our universe's Kang.
The MCU Kang.
MCU Kang. And then there's a fun little nod. Do you know who D.B. Cooper is?
Yeah.
Heard D.B. Cooper?
He jumped out of that plane.
Jumped out of that plane. He wore a suit. And
is D.B. Cooper going to show up in the show?
Loki is D.B. Cooper.
See, that's fun. That's what I hope this whole show is like him like going to like historic events and just being like, oh, he's Bigfoot. Or
So
like, whatever.
the
Like,
very
that's
end,
fun. That sounds like a fun episode.
The very end, he grabs the parachute that the flight attendant gives him, and then he says, I don't know if he says it in this moment, but over top of this, Loki says, "Brother and Heimdall, I'm coming for you." And then you see him jump out of the back of the plane with the sunglasses, the suit, and then the bag of money, and then
it's really fun. Holy shit!
But in midair, what's that? What's the thing called? The Asgard portal? What's that called?
The Bifrost.
The Bifrost sucks him and grabs him.
Oh, see, that's cool.
So because DB Cooper was never found.
Yeah.
And when it grabs him, a little bit of money floats off, and they found a little bit of money in real life.
See, that's fucking really cool.
That's cool.
I want more of that.
Loki's DB Cooper.
I'm gonna watch that episode when that comes out. If that's a whole episode.
I don't know.
I'm gonna watch it.
I thought that was fun.
That would be the only show that I watch.
Maybe that is. Maybe it's him farting around, fucking up.
That would be great. Just him having fun throughout history. Just farting around. I'm Bigfoot.
He took out Kennedy or something.
Fuck.
I don't know.
That'd be dark.
It would be dark.
He murdered John F. Kennedy. He shot Ronald Reagan.
But they had a fun nod towards Thor Ragnarok in this too.
Did they?
When Owen Wilson is talking to Loki, Loki's like, "How long have you been here?" And then Owen Wilson's like, "Oh, time works different in this place." And and Loki's like, "What?" Because it's not Ragnarok Loki.
That's fun.
So is that on Sakaar? Probably not. I'm assuming it's someplace else.
I'm sure there's other places in space that.
I mean, if it has to do with Kang, time is definitely.
Time doesn't fucking mean anything.
So yeah, that was the Loki trailer. Let's see what other trailer we got. Falcon and Winter Soldier. Nothing much. Not a lot happened in this trailer, honestly. It was a bunch of Falcon stuff, basically. There was a cool, not stinger, but like at the end, they played Captain America's theme, but like they tweaked it a little bit.
Some hip hop in it.
No, it wasn't hip hop. It was like, I think it was a little faster, and it was different instruments, but it was Captain America's theme. So that's cool because they showed Falcon's new suit. It looks more like the comic suit. He's like red and white, but
is it his normal Falcon suit?
Yeah,
but it's red, white, and blue?
It's the red white. It's not blue.
I like that.
It's not blue. It's red and white, which is his.
Oh really?
That's what comic.
Blue in there.
That's what his comic is. It's red and white.
He's got some blue in his.
He wears red, white, and blue when he becomes Captain America Falcon.
Oh, so he's still not Captain America.
I honestly think this trailer showed maybe the first episode or two. It didn't show much after that because
be Captain America.
It's about the whole trailer was about him and Bucky not liking each other.
That's fun.
So, because literally at the end of the trailer they're talking.
Bucky's a racist.
And Bucky literally says, "I hate you" at the end of the trailer. I hate you so much.
Why are they working together?
I don't know. Zemo?
Zemo, we gotta go fucking work. We gotta go kill Zemo.
I don't know. We don't even see the shield, Captain America's shield, in this trailer. So
really, that's fun.
Yeah, I mean they mention it. He's like that shield has like a history. That's what Falcon says, and that's how like the trailer starts.
Fun.
But other than that, we didn't get much.
I didn't watch the trailer because I'm gonna watch the show. Because this show sounds neat.
We didn't get much for this trailer other than that. So, we saw that one dude. What's his name? The guy who looks like Captain America.
John Walker.
Yeah.
Wyatt Russell.
Yeah. We saw him. It's the same shot as.
Is he? How does his chin look in the suit?
We didn't see him.
Does he have a good chin?
His face. We saw the back of him.
Because the behind the scenes photo I saw him, I was like, he looks alright, but like in the show, like he's gotta have a strong like chin. He's gotta look like a man.
I don't know. We didn't see his face. We saw the back of him.
God damn it.
So, but yeah, other than that, there was a really cool scene of Falcon just flying through a bunch of missiles and stuff. That was dope. We didn't see much of Bucky though, other than him being grouchy.
What's Bucky gonna do?
Grouchy old man.
He shoots people.
I think there was a callback to Winter Soldier, where Falcon just jumped out of a plane with no parachute.
Oh, did he just jump without a parachute?
Bucky literally he just kind of goes, "God damn it!" and like,
motherfucker,
because he can't just jump out.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he could if he wanted to.
It was over like land.
If Cap can do it,
he was over water. This is over land.
Wait till you see a lake and then jump.
A lake? I don't know how deep that lake is.
It doesn't matter. It's a lake. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
He's got his metal arm. He can just and it'll be fine.
Just destroy his arm.
Okay, but he'll still be alive. So give and take. You
Mm.
want an arm or do you want to live?
And then we got the WandaVision 2 trailer, or not 2, the second trailer.
WandaVision 2.
WandaVision 2. We already got the sequel coming out. I knew you wouldn't. I thought you would watch the other ones. I knew you wouldn't watch this one because you'd already seen the other WandaVision trailer. This one again, it didn't show much. It just kind of like shows some other scenes that we haven't. I don't think they're trying to spoil anything for this show. I think there's a lot that's going to happen in the show. There's a lot of stuff we'd already seen, basically. We see Wanda pregnant, so we did see that.
Which we kind of.
Which we showed that in the first trailer.
They showed the cribs and stuff.
We saw Paul Bettany without Vision makeup, which is cool, I guess.
It's kind of cool. Is this Vision from a different universe, or did she like make this Vision?
I think this Vision she made this Vision.
She did. How did she get pregnant?
I think honestly, this universe is her. She made her own little pocket universe.
Made a universe. That's fucking really cool.
Because in the first trailer, we see Vision talking to what's her name? I don't know her name. The actress's name. She's a goofball.
Catherine Hahn.
Yeah, he's talking to her, and he's like, what does he say? He's like, oh, are you dead or something? And she goes, no, but you are. And it's like,
yeah,
it's like, okay, so Vision is dead.
He's still dead.
But like,
I assume that she just like made like a vision out of her.
I think because literally in the trailer we see at one point it go from black and white to color. It changes. I'm like, maybe this is a universe she created.
Maybe. Because
that one chick that plays Monica Rambeau, the adult version, you see her and she's like, I don't know where I am, what this place is, or anything like that. And it's kind of like, is this like a pocket universe?
I got trapped in the Wandaverse.
That Wanda created. Why did she make this universe? Like, is she like freaking out?
She's depressed. She wants Vision back.
But at the end of Endgame, she's not like freaking out or anything.
I'm sure over time it's like, oh man, Vision's dead and I can't do anything about it. And it was my fault, kind of.
Maybe, I don't know.
Like, I couldn't stop it, so I just feel guilty. And so I'm going to make my own vision in my own little universe. Where we can be happy and be in I Love Lucy.
Be in I Love Lucy. I don't know. I have no idea. I think they're saving a lot of stuff for the show, because I feel like this connects to a lot of things in upcoming Phase 4. I think Phase 4, personally, is going to be more about multiverse stuff than we...
Oh, definitely.
Than we initially thought.
Doing
Quantumania.
Quantumania. And then Spider-Man 3 possibly, and then Doctor Strange, and then WandaVision and stuff. It's I
don't know how Thor...
And Loki.
But Loki, I don't know if Thor 4 is going to somehow connect to all this.
I don't know. I hope that every movie doesn't. I hope it's just kind of some of them. Thor 4 could just be its own little thing.
Also, don't waste Kang, please. I really want more of Kang. I mean, it doesn't seem like it if he's going to be in Loki and Ant-Man 3.
Even if he's not used a whole lot in Ant-Man 3, they're going to bring him back and use him in something else. I feel like they're going to set him up as the new Thanos. They're going to make him the big bad.
I don't think he'll be the new Thanos. I think he might be the new like Loki, like the person before.
Really?
I think Galactus is going to be eventually. That or the Skrulls. They're going to do secret.
I think Kang's going to be around for a while.
I think they may do Secret Invasion. That may be the next big thing.
Maybe. I think he'll be around for a while, though. I don't think they'll just like put him in 2 movies and that's it. I think he'll be around for a little bit.
I hope not. I hope they don't kill him off in Ant-Man 3, because that would suck.
No, there's no way Ant-Man's going to kill him.
I don't know. I hope Paul Rudd shows up in more stuff besides Ant-Man 3. I want him to...
Yeah, sure. That'd be fun.
I want him to show up in like Doctor Strange 2 or something. That'd be weird.
He shows up, he's like, who are you again?
Who are you?
I'm fucking Ant-Man.
I guess they've never met, technically.
Ant-Man and Doctor Strange, that's true. They never have.
I mean, in Endgame, they're in the same battle, but they never...
But there's no time for chatting. Right? We got to get shit done. He might have met Wasp, because Wasp came back out of one of the portals. He might have met her, but he's like, who the fuck is Ant-Man?
Maybe. He does keep tabs on people. He may know who Ant-Man is.
I'm sure he knows who he is.
Ant-Man probably does have no idea who he is.
But I'm sure he doesn't, like, know him.
I'm sure they talked about it in Endgame, like when they were doing the plan stuff. And
actually, I'm sure they met at Tony Stark's funeral, because they were all at the funeral. So maybe he's like, hey, I'm Ant-Man. And then he's like, I don't know who the fuck you are.
He says he's Ant-Man. He doesn't say he's Scott or whatever. I'm Ant-Man.
I'm Ant-Man.
I mean, that does seem like something he would do.
Yeah.
I'm Ant-Man.
He did that when he fucking introduced himself to Captain America.
He was wearing his Ant-Man suit.
No,
he
wasn't.
Makes sense.
Not in Civil War. He came out of the van and he was just like...
Oh, I thought you were talking about Falcon in the first
No, that was hilarious too. He's just like, I'm Ant-Man. Or no, he goes, hi, I'm Scott. And they're like,
oh yeah, he says he's Scott. Yeah, he doesn't say he's Ant-Man. So he does it backwards.
He's a dumbass.
He says he's Scott when he's in the Ant-Man suit, and when he's not in the Ant-Man suit.
He's got a serious personality.
He's like, I don't know who I am.
He's the reverse of Batman.
Yeah,
he doesn't know who the fuck he is.
He's the goofball.
He's the goofball.
I don't know. Quantumania sounds cool though.
I don't like that title.
Why not?
I hate saying it. Quantumania.
You were wondering what they were going to call it anyway.
Just call it Ant-Man and the Wasp do a thing again.
It's worse than Quantumania.
I don't care. Have a little fun with it. Quantumania is a little weird.
We thought it was going to be Into the Quantum Realm, so it's pretty damn close.
Into the Quantum Realm is just as bad. I don't like that.
It's pretty damn close.
I like Ant-Man and the Wasp as a title. That sounds cool. And Ant-Man is cool. Call it like Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Imagine if they
like,
make a fourth one.
whatever.
You gotta just keep building onto it. It's Ant-Man, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Ant-Man and the Wasp, and the Quantumania, and
Well, they're not calling it they're just Ant-Man and the
or
Wasp.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
So if they do make a fourth one, it'll be Ant-Man and the Wasp, something.
No. They gotta keep Quantumania and add something else on.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, and the Rat Man.
The Rat Man. The Mole Man.
The Mole Man.
And every time they make another one, they gotta just build on to
That'd be a fun joke. I don't know if Marvel would commit to it.
Depends on how many Ant-Man movies they plan on making.
Probably just 3.
Probably.
Like we're gonna get more than that.
I want Paul Rudd to show up in something else. I want him to meet Charlie Cox. That'd be really weird, but
I mean, he's not like there's not really much he could show up in because he's in a different state.
he can show up somewhere.
And he's not like a lawyer or anything. He's just a fuckhead.
He could just show up in like Fantastic Four or something. If it's set in the present day.
Hank Pym probably could.
I was gonna say if it's set in present day.
It makes sense for Hank Pym too, but
are you gonna be seriously disappointed if it's not in the 60s?
A little bit, yeah. Everyone wants it in the 60s. Why not? Because the Fantastic Four are kind of inherently cheesy, and I think by setting it in the 60s, you can get away with that cheesiness a little bit because it's a different time period where everything in the 60s was kind of inherently cheesy anyway. Putting it in the modern day, it's just like, all right, we've had 3 Fantastic Four movies in the modern day, and they didn't work. Like, do something different with this Fantastic Four. Don't just do another Fantastic Four movie. Do something a little bit different. Do what Josh Trank did, but better.
Don't do what Josh Trank did.
Well, I mean, like, do something different.
Don't do what Josh Trank did. That's my word.
Well, don't do like a horror movie.
Word of the wisdom for you right there.
Do it. At least do one movie in the 60s. You can do the rest in modern day or whatever, but at least do one of them.
I don't know. We literally have no idea what's gonna happen. They still didn't announce any X-Men stuff, which is kind of surprising. I'm surprised they didn't.
They're saving the X-Men.
I'm sure they are, but I'm surprised they didn't announce like one.
I'm sure they're
like X-Men they're around. Like,
I don't know. I think they're still kind of stumbling on what they're gonna do with the X-Men.
Maybe. I'm sure they're still like, how are we gonna introduce them without ruining their backstories?
Multiverse. Just make it the multiverse. They were superheroes in their own thing, and they just come into the thing.
I guess they didn't. They also didn't announce Deadpool 3, which is surprising because they talked a lot about
Deadpool 3 is like in development hell right now.
I guess.
And I don't have faith for that movie anymore.
They could fire the writers again. You never know.
They're not going to because they're women, and then there'd be a big backlash for that.
I don't think people care about the writers of Deadpool. I really don't. If they get fired, nobody cared when they fired like the solo writers or whatever. Like
people cared about that. People were like, "What the fuck? Why did you do that?"
No, people only cared because they're like, "Why did you hire comedians when you didn't want a comedian movie?"
People still cared.
People didn't care when they got rid of the writers from Deadpool 2.
Well, because they didn't make like a big thing about it. They weren't like, "Oh, they're fired." They just didn't bring them back.
Still.
If it comes out tomorrow, they're like, "Oh, Disney fired the writers of whatever," then there'll be a huge like uproar. Like, "Oh, you fired the only women writers."
It's a business. Who cares?
I don't care.
They fired James Gunn.
I'm telling you.
If they fired James Gunn, they could fire the
and
damn writers
they made
of
a
Deadpool
fucking
3.
Mistake, and everyone had a backlash for James Gunn.
And you never know. It could be a good movie.
It could be. It's possible. It probably won't though.
They don't have much experience, which could be that
they bad sign.
But that could also mean that they could luck into a good movie.
They could luck into it, or they could just make a Bobby Burger.
It'd be different if they made a bunch of bad movies and then were
I think not having enough experience is the same as that. It's the same thing with Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler was just given this big budget thing, and he was like, "I don't know what the fuck to do." And it kind of shows in the movie a little bit where he's like, he clearly wasn't experienced enough to tackle something this big. I'm not saying Deadpool is the biggest thing in the world, but like, they're not.
I was gonna say you want it to stay a small movie anyway.
I do, but they're not used to making like Hollywood movies. I'm sure Deadpool has a bigger budget than fucking Bob's Burgers.
They're also not directing it; they're just writing.
It doesn't matter. Writers and directors work together, Devin.
Hey,
that's how movies work.
Okay, the director can have more say into it.
Who's directing this?
I don't know.
They may not be David Leitch again because he did a good job on the second one.
I don't know. I mean, I can look real quick. I don't think they have anybody officially attached to it.
Just have Ryan Reynolds direct it. Like, why not?
Because I don't know.
If Mel Gibson can fucking star and direct Braveheart, I'm sure Ryan Reynolds could.
Yeah, they're bringing back David.
Okay, so there's some faith that we'll get a good movie because he did a good job on Zach.
Unless they fire him.
Unless there's creative differences and they fire him like fucking Scott Derrickson. But I don't know.
I'm surprised they didn't announce that it's in development or anything.
I think everyone kind of knows that they're working on something.
Still. The only thing from Fox that they announced was Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Which is surprising to me.
Well, I mean, we just had an X-Men movie, and the X-Men kind of just ended. I think they kind of wanted.
Did we? The X-Men movie.
X-Men, like that's the end of the X-Men of the Fox universe, and I think they kind of just want to like, all right, well, we'll distance ourselves from that a little bit before we announce something.
It's barely an X-Men movie.
It's an X-Men movie, Devin. It takes place in that universe.
It's barely an X-Men movie.
It's barely a movie.
Yeah. Any comments about anything you
Not really. There's
you learned?
Way too much Disney Plus shit coming out.
Dude, they want to make all the monies.
Okay, cool. Put out one show, and if it does well, make another one. Don't just, hey, we're making 18 shows, and then just chuck them all out at once.
Because here's the thing.
Don't do that. That has never worked. That's never been a good idea.
Here's the thing. You can have a Disney Plus thing where people pay $8 a month forever because there's going to be a show coming out every month, and so they'll just keep that. Or you can release a movie that people pay $8 once, and you get half of that. But see,
that's the thing that they're going to have to deal with streaming
theaters.
services anyway, because people do that with Netflix. Netflix has found a way to keep a subscriber base, even if there's no like huge movies coming out on Netflix. People will still have Netflix for a long time. If Disney Plus had something good enough on their thing that people are willing to keep subscribing, like they're gonna.
I think that's why they're coming out with so much stuff.
Putting out more stuff is not an answer to that, though. That's not gonna be like. That's just so they're gonna just keep doing that for the history of the streaming.
No,
service?
But I think they're
just gonna keep putting out shit every.
Trying to get enough original content that no other streaming service has to keep people interested.
They have the Mandalorian.
One show that comes out. It comes out once a year. Like it doesn't. Okay. It's not on there at all times. People cancel their subscriptions. But
that's gonna happen with any of these shows. When the Hawkeye comes out, if people want to watch Hawkeye, they'll get it, and then once that's.
But that's why I'm saying that
they'll leave.
They're trying to make a lot of stuff that has very little overlap.
I just think putting out more stuff is not a solution to anything. Look at what happened with DC when they're just like, let's just fucking throw some shit at the wall and see what sticks. Didn't work for them. I think both Marvel and Lucasfilm they have this weird mentality that it's just, hey, let's just put more shit out and it'll be good. Like that's not how you're supposed to make stuff, and that's not a proven way of putting stuff out and people liking it. Eventually, because even if they do get a subscriber base from this, eventually people are gonna get tired of this. Eventually people are gonna be like, there's another Star Wars show. Like, do we need this one just ended? Do we need another one? Give us some time in between. Give me a little Star Wars break. I need a little Star Wars break in between shows.
Maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they'll do Marvel, Star Wars, Marvel, Star Wars.
God, that's not a big enough break. Like a month break, and then we get a Marvel show. That's not a big enough break.
They're coming out with like 8 Marvel things next year.
Yeah, I know, that's insane.
Getting 4 shows and 4 movies.
Same thing that I said about Star Wars. There's too much Marvel shit coming out too.
I mean, we're getting a little bit of variety because like we're getting like What If, which isn't.
Sure, I mean they are kind of switching it up a little bit, but it's still just like there's so much superhero stuff coming out, and comic book stuff. This is why like people are saying they're tired of superhero stuff just because there's so much of it.
Who's saying that?
There's tons of people saying that. Tons of like people who aren't like fans of this stuff. They're just like, just everything is a superhero thing now. You got The Boys. You got that Netflix movie with Jamie Foxx where there's superheroes or whatever. There's a Robert Rodriguez movie coming out where there's superheroes. Like everything's a superhero thing now. So even if it's like, oh, we're gonna make like a drama and then we're gonna make like a comedy and we're gonna make like a sitcom, it's still just superhero stuff. And people are kind of starting to just be like, can we just get like a show about like a person doing a thing?
I don't know. I mean, if a lot of these shows come out and they're bad.
Well, see, that's the thing. See if fucking WandaVision's gonna even like, if people are gonna be interested in WandaVision, which I mean they probably will because it's Marvel and everyone's excited for it. But see if it's going to be sustainable like the Mandalorian. I think they're banking on the fact that, oh, the Mandalorian was successful, so people will stick around for WandaVision. That's not a guaranteed thing. You know, Marvel might work. Marvel might be great at fucking making movies, and they might be great at marketing those movies and getting people to go see those movies. We don't know about TV shows
yet.
Put one show out, see how well it does, and then put more out. Don't announce 4 shows, start shooting them, putting them out, and then announce 5 more before these shows have even premiered. That's not how you put stuff out. You gotta dip your toes in the water before you jump in the deep end.
I mean, we will see.
So we're gonna have to see.
I mean, 2 weeks we're getting Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And then
the only DC movie that came out this year.
Yeah. And then 3 weeks after that.
So DC's kind of learned that they're gonna kind of, except for next year when we get 8 fucking DC movies.
Yeah. I mean, technically we didn't get any Marvel stuff this year. DC.
Well, yeah.
I mean, we got.
We would have.
We got New Mutants, but
sure.
Who cares about New Mutants?
Gives a shit.
So yeah, we're getting Wonder Woman, and then 3 weeks after Wonder Woman, we get WandaVision. So
there's a lot of stuff coming.
WandaVision comes out January 15th.
So. A lot of stuff coming.
Yeah. Yep.
And I mean, I might just lose interest in some of this stuff, not even just because there's too much, but just because it's a show, and I don't want to invest my time in TV shows. Like the limited series and stuff, I'll probably watch those because those are like you get one little 8-episode little thing. I'll be like, all right, cool, I can watch that. But like if Miss Marvel's gonna have like 3 seasons, I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch this.
What if she has no movies though? What if it's just show?
What do you mean?
Like they don't have a Miss Marvel movie or anything.
Okay, I'll just not watch.
She just shows up in a movie every now.
I'll just not watch Miss Marvel because I'm just not. It takes a lot for me to actually like get invested in a show. And just like, especially now that we're getting 8 Marvel shows, I'm like,
I'm not all gonna be out once though.
But there's gonna be one, and then I get behind on one, and then another one's coming out, and then I'm like, is this gonna tie into this? And then I'm just like, if it does, I am not caught up with this, and then I'm gonna have to watch this, and it's just, I'm gonna eventually just be like, fuck it, and just not watch most of these. It's like the DC shows. It's like they're all kind of connected.
I mean, you don't have to watch them all at once, but like in your little break in between when they come out.
Well, yeah, I could, but again, watch them. It's just hard for me to watch shows in general.
Like I understand, I ain't watching all those Star Wars shows.
No, I'm not watching half. I'm watching Lando, and that's probably it.
Most of the, I think so far, I'm gonna watch most of the Marvel shows. They all seem interesting to me.
I watch some of them. I watch like Falcon and Winter Soldier and WandaVision. Maybe Armor Wars. That sounds like a fucking toy commercial.
Well, Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion, maybe depending on what it is. I need to know a little bit more about it.
She-Hulk.
I'll watch She-Hulk and Moon Knight because those actually sound really fun.
But we'll see.
But who knows?
WandaVision could turn it off for you. Just that one show. And just be
like, the first episode, like, nope, fuck it, it's done.
It's dumb.
I'm watching this.
I'll watch it and then I'll just let you know how it goes.
That's fine.
So I'm invested.
I'm invested in the MCU. It's just there's so much, and it's just like I need to like have my brain just. One thing at a time.
You had a year break. You had a year and a half break.
We get a year break, and now we're just gonna bombard you with a bunch of with 8 fucking things. Like that's a little much.
That's what happens when everything gets delayed.
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to be more spaced out, but everything got delayed.
So I blame whoever created the coronavirus.
The guy who ate the bat.
Fuck you, Asian man.
The guy who ate the bat.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Maybe.
He ate a bat once.
He turned into a zombie.
Well, no, he just got old and gross.
That's what happens to people when they get old.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So, what's the fun fact of the day, Wade?
It's your fucking segment.
I don't have one.
I don't have a fun fact.
I wasn't ready for it.
You need to put down in your notes, get a fun fact, because this is your thing.
I don't have one. It's your turn.
I don't have a fun fact.
Well, you better think of something.
I don't have a fun fact about fucking anything.
You better think of something. There ain't no fun fact you learned at all?
Isn't there like cocaine in like dollar bills or whatever?
Yeah.
There's a fun fact.
There's a small amount of cocaine.
So could I snort if I get $1 right now, could I snort it?
Probably not. There's not that much.
But there's some.
Every dollar bill has cocaine on it.
So I could snort a little bit.
It's not enough. You'd just be sniffing a dollar bill.
Okay. It's not enough to get me high?
No.
Fuck, man. What if I get like $8?
There's also fecal matter on all dollar bills.
Ew. Who's shitting on these bills?
Money is dirty.
Why?
Because it just is.
That's not someone's got to clean this fucking money up, all right?
All right, let's just imagine a scenario.
Who's pooping on this money?
Somebody pooped. Got a little bit on their hand. They didn't wash their hands. Not enough. They got a little bit, but you can't tell. Like if you're looking at your hands, they look clean.
They just got little shit particles.
Yeah, like little.
But why are they getting shit particles on their hands? Are they touching their shit?
I think they wipe and then they get some particles on it. Anyways, So imagine that scenario. They didn't wash their hands for some reason. Who knows? And then they go to the store, pay with some cash. They hand over the cash. As soon as you put that cash in the register, every other fucking thing in there has
infected.
Has particles on it.
And then can we like laminate money?
It would still have stuff on it.
No, but like when they print it, and they like no one's touched it, no one's got their shitty little fingers.
That's expensive.
Could you laminate it so then it's protected?
It's expensive.
We got money. It's the government. We got all this money.
And then as soon as somebody wants cash back, you give them money, and all their money gets contaminated, and it just spreads.
But where does the cocaine come from?
Same thing.
Every dollar has cocaine.
If you have cocaine on your fingers,
you just got cocaine fingers.
You touch your money, and it just spreads.
That's fucking weird.
Because dollar bills aren't just paper; they're like
they're like cotton or whatever.
Yeah, they're like interwoven
yeah.
things, and they catch small particles very easily. That's why it has so much crap on it. Literal crap.
That's disgusting.
Money is dirty. Nobody washes money because it would rip. So
we need to make stronger money that we can wash.
You can wash coins.
Well, yeah, but who's paying in fucking coins?
Grandma.
Fuck grandma. She's gonna be dead soon. I gotta wash my dollars.
You gotta wash your dollars.
I gotta wash my dollars.
I mean, you can risk it. Try to wash them.
I could.
Let me wash my $100 bill.
You gotta risk it to get the biscuit. So.
Or just don't matter. Wash your hands.
I don't want coke and fecal matter on my fingers.
Wash your hands. Seriously.
But then the next time I touch the money, it's gonna.
Why do you have so much cash? You a drug dealer?
Even if I just have $1.
If you're a drug dealer, you already got.
If someone hands
cocaine.
me $1 and then I put it in my pocket and then I go and wash
Who's
my hands.
handing you dollars? You a stripper?
I could be. You don't know. You don't know what I do in my free time.
You wouldn't be getting dollars if you were a stripper.
I'd be getting like dimes.
No, you wouldn't be getting nothing.
I would be getting
You'd
shit.
be getting kicked out.
I'd be getting egg cheese sandwiches.
You'd be getting kicked out. I'd be like, who the fuck is
no,
this guy?
I'd work there. I just show up. I'm just like, I'm dancing. They're like, get the fuck out of here. You're not Magic Mike, all right?
You work there, but you're like the guy.
janitor.
You're the guy who delivers food to people.
Ew. Whoever orders food in a strip club, you're fucking disgusting.
A chicken bucket.
I want some fucking hot, spicy chicken wings while this naked lady's fucking putting her vagina in my face. You're disgusting.
And as she's like, you just have the temptation.
And like glitters coming off of her onto the nuggets and shit. You just
God
ruined my nuggets, bitch.
God damn
With
it.
your goddamn glitter and your weird.
I came here for the food, not for the dancing.
I came here for the.
Because these guys have
burgers.
bomb ass chicken, all right?
No one's ever said that in a strip club. If you order food at a strip club, you're fucking drunk.
You get drinks at strip clubs. Yeah. That's it.
Do they have milk at strip clubs?
Hell no.
They have all these other drinks.
Yeah, alcohol.
Okay, bars have milk.
They ain't gonna give. I mean, I guess you could go and get a glass.
I want some milk, please, at this fucking strip club.
They probably look at you like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Who the fuck is this asshole? I want some milk and I want a cheeseburger.
So the guy's like, "Fire up the grill." That's been fired up in like 8 years, but fire it up.
Some asshole just ordered a cheeseburger
and milk
and some milk. Oh my god!
You hear
and I'm not even like the strippers are just behind me, and I'm just focusing on this fucking hamburger.
You hear him fire up the grill, and there's a big of flames. Like, oh man, there's so much grease on it.
It's like, I don't know, how do I use this fucking thing?
Yeah, they just throw a slab of meat on there.
It's burnt.
It's like, I had to make sure it was cooked, so here you go.
Here you go. It's a fucking It's a strip club cheeseburger. What do you expect?
Rock. It's like, next time I'll just bring McDonald's.
If you want quality food, go to fucking Hooters.
They have some decent chicken there.
I've never eaten at Hooters.
Neither have I, but I've heard.
I think I have once. I don't remember.
I heard they had good chicken. So.
There's a lot of places that have good chicken. Did you hear? Speaking of fun facts, did you see that fucking thing that's been going around about Mario Lopez playing Colonel Sanders?
No. Why?
That's the thing. It's everyone's like losing their minds as if it's like a real movie. It's like a little mini short.
A commercial or something.
It's pretty much a KFC commercial, but it's like a 15 to 20 minute little like.
It's a 15-minute commercial.
Well, it's like a little short film on like Lifetime.
Imagine it cuts the commercial break and it's a 15-minute
commercial
for KFC.
With commercial breaks in between that. That'd be fucking
commercialception.
Because everyone's because they put a trailer out for it. And everyone's like, is this like a real thing? What the fuck? They've lost their mind.
Put a trailer for a commercial.
And I'm like, guys, like you realize that they're clearly self-aware about this, right? Like they know this is goofy because it's a fucking commercial.
That's hilarious.
The idea is like, I don't know if I'm gonna watch it because I think the trailer was enough of a joke.
No, yeah, the idea is funny.
The idea is fucking hilarious, and the movie's called A Recipe for Seduction.
Oh.
And it's like they're gonna make it like a silly like Lifetime like rom com thing, but with Mario Lopez as sexy Colonel Sanders. And he's not doing an accent or anything. He's just being Mario Lopez, but he's dressed as Colonel Sanders.
It's awesome.
Which is hilarious.
It's fantastic.
He's not like, I'm Colonel Sanders. He's just, hey, I'm Colonel Sanders.
I'm Colonel Sanders from Michigan.
I'm from Mexico.
I don't know where Mario Lopez is.
Mario Lopez is probably from like California.
So I'm from California.
I don't know where he's from.
From Utah.
I'm surprised people aren't upset because he said something about like trans kids.
I've never met anybody who said they're from Utah.
Because no one is from Utah. You don't come from Utah.
You move to Utah.
Move to Utah and you stay there.
Nobody's born in Utah.
No one's born in Utah ever.
Well, Montana. Never heard anybody from
Again,
Montana.
it's the same thing. There's some states you just go there and then you just stay. You don't come from there. And you don't leave there.
Alaska, they just come out of the bushes.
Well, Alaska, they're all fucking dumb idiots anyway.
Not dumb idiots. They just never see the sun.
Exactly. That's why they're dumb. They don't have enough vitamin C.
Or they see the sun all the time because it never goes down. One or the other.
Why isn't Alaska just part of Canada? We don't want you.
We get a lot of oil from Alaska.
Okay, we get a lot of oil from the brown people.
We don't
in
actually.
Foreign countries, all
The
right?
majority of oil comes from within the U.S.
Okay, well, why do we need Alaska?
Because that's in the U.S.
Let's just steal it from Canada. Canada's got some shit.
I'm sure they do, but
Steal it from Canada.